Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Honey Flow Talk Show, another edition. So excited to bring on the next guest. And I've been having, a UK special pretty much the whole month and a half, almost 2 months now, which has been truly amazing. Just meeting people across the world, especially in the UK as well, is an extra special place of mine because my dear Maud, Mimi Berry, that's in the chat, is also from the UK. So anytime I have someone on from the UK, I always think about her and can't wait, to fly across the world, hopefully one day to eventually meet in person. That would be amazing. But before I bring him on, I just have some exciting news for you guys. Lots of things happening in July and August for me. So if you guys are here, especially in Canada, in Ontario for Canada Day, our Canada Day is this week, this Friday. I just got booked for a party at Earl's, been trying to get on that restaurant lounge for a very long time in Ontario. They just opened up at Sherway Gardens across the street from Sherway Gardens Mall in Etobicoke here. So if you're in the Ontario area, please come down. I would love to meet you guys. Want to try to, get a group of Twitchers together. So they just booked me this morning. It's going to be Earl's this Saturday, July 2nd, 12 to 4 p.m. So make sure you check it out. Also at nighttime, if you're not on the west side of the city, you could always come by on the east side. Nighttime, I'm going to be probably at the Canadian Brewery in Oshawa as well till 2 in the morning. So I'm definitely busy. Some other dates that I just got booked for July 9th. F45 Training Club just booked me as well. It's a fitness gym and it's good. I'm going to be a live lurker at the gym, which I want to be. I'm going to be that creepy person at the gym, not only DJing but watching everyone get in shape. So it's going to be F45 training July 9th. It's on Leaside in North York if you're in the Ontario area. Also, July 15th and 16th got booked for Nordstrom. It's a huge department store here. Sherway Gardens going to be in Etobicoke. Have a wedding also July 10th and August 4th. The German Association just booked me for a terrace rooftop patio party. So I know it's a lot, but I just want to thank, all the organizations that are booking me for the month of July and August. Truly appreciate all the restaurants, corporations, and people reaching out to me as well. So look out for those dates. Going to post them on Instagram and Facebook, and just wanted to kind of review all the dates this month. It's going to be jam packed with events. I'm going to try my best to live stream as well, but certain organizations, want to keep it private. So I'll see what I can do in terms of live streaming. But don't be hecklers. Make sure you guys are nice. We had some hecklers when I was live streaming. Keep in mind that the organization will watch the replay. So I need to make sure that, we say nice things. The last event that I had was hilarious. People were talking about, corporate people dropping cheese and sticking it back on their plate. Another guy happened to be scratching his butt like live on camera, in a business suit. So my chat was dying laughing. They're also talking about the CEO. They're like, why does he look so nervous? So I think moving forward, you don't want to get fired. So moving forward, I will definitely let the organizations know I will be streaming live. So be kind in the chat to people, but it was hilarious. Anyways, okay, so with all those dates, a lot of exciting news and things in store, but we are not here for my DJing. We are definitely here for David C. Dennis. He's all the way from the UK. We're going to get into him, because I know he's got shenanigans too. From what I see on his streams, there's a lot happening there than just dropping cheese. So we're going to talk about that and picking it up and sticking it on your plate. So I noticed that with David C. Dennis. He's a lot of fun. He does great shows. He has great music selection, and he just, always makes people laugh in his chat too. The last time I was in there, I was having a riot with everyone there as well. It was so much fun. So let's bring him in for this interesting conversation. Let's learn a little bit more about his DJing, his Twitch journey, and what some of his goals are as well. So we'll see. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing? Hello,
Good.
everyone. I see everyone in the chat. There's already 30 plus of us in here,
Oh,
and I see a,
shoot.
I see a lot of
What,
troublemakers. Yeah,
what just
Menace,
happened?
Dominate, and Flex. We're in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. I see a lot of people in here too. Do you want
So,
to give some shout
let's
outs
get
to
started early. So shot o'clock. Cheers. Thanks for having me, Honey Flo.
cheers? I'm going to grab a drink too. I didn't grab a drink, but I will grab a drink. Here we go. Cheers to you.
Nice.
Thank you
Cheers.
for joining me too. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Do you want to say hi to everyone in the chat before we start too? Give some shout
Yeah,
outs. That would be good.
let's give some shout outs. First of all, shout out to Team DCD, my mod squad, the best in the game, the best in the business. And we see Mimi Berry in there, Jay, Carla. Who else we got in there? Wow, there's so much to go back over. I'll have to see you as you pop up. You better say hello. I see Clarky. How you doing? Juliet, one of my day ones. Eddie Boom, DJs United in here. Mans is on it. Who else is drinking, by the way? Official DJ Marshall, I see you, brother. Lady Shy, Mr. Drew UK, Lady Prestige, my sister's here. Fran Law, how you doing? You got the popcorn ready, yeah? You might need it. And yeah, Dominate, Menace, DJ Flex. If you can get Flex in the chat, that's a big deal. That's a big DJ right there. D Will
Awesome.
Trouble is here. So yeah, we got and Jay O'Donnell, all the family are here. So
Yeah, there's
thanks for
so
being
many
here, everyone.
people. Thank you guys so much for coming through. As you were giving shout
Vince, I
outs,
see you.
I was just fixing something here, but I just want to also give a big shout out to Facebook, YouTube. Just started streaming there too, as well. Two new platforms for me. So, all I got to say to YouTube and Facebook, make the switch to Twitch. You'll see everyone in the chat room. You won't be able to see all the comments right now unless if I post them. But if you make the switch to Twitch, it's free and it's a great global platform. As you can see, there's so many amazing people from around the world, and it's much better for streamers, especially DJs, because Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, they always kick us off for
Yeah.
playing music. So that's why we all invaded Twitch during quarantine. In case you're wondering, well, why are there no DJs on Instagram or Facebook? Because I've been asked that question a lot. So big shout out to you guys as well. Let's see, we've got Sandra Radiate in the room. She's definitely a Johnny Gill fan. How you doing? We got DJ Spartacus. Good to see you. We have
You got my brother
Clarky.
Sparkus.
Yeah, there's so
Sandra,
many
good to
great
see you.
people. Wow.
Triple X, I saw you sneaking as well. How you doing?
We got Clarky. We got Flan. Is it Franler? I always get the
Franlaw.
name wrong. Franler. Okay.
Franlaw, yeah.
We got Lady Shay in the building. Thank you so much, DJ
Gigi in the
Spartacus.
building.
Oh, shoot. Snap. What just happened here? What is going
Yeah.
on? I just realized we had a hype train.
Oh, shout out Elvin. Big up Elvin. If you hang around long enough,
Oh my
we'll hear a
gosh.
story about Elvin. He's the reason I'm causing all this trouble on Twitch.
Oh, thank you guys so much for the hype train. I didn't even see that. I'm looking at three different computers. So if you guys see my eye shift, I'm not crazy. I'm not the girl between thin line between love and hate. I'm not that cray cray. It's just my eyes shift a lot because I'm looking at three computers and a phone. So StreamYards doesn't actually show hype trains. Thank you guys so much for starting this hype train. We're level 1, 75%. Wow. DJ Spartacus. I don't think I've ever had a hype train like started this fast for me. Wow.
Yeah, we're at 42 already,
Jeez.
Honey Flow. Team
Oh my
DCD, we come to
gosh.
break records. Do you know what I mean? They're gonna be talking about
Oh.
this interview for years to come.
Oh, that's so nice, you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you, DJ Spartacus. See, DJ
Diamond Lee, I see you,
Spartacus,
Captain.
he'll give me bits, but he won't come on my talk show. You know, how many people?
Spark is a busy guy, though. You know what I mean? He's a very
Yeah.
busy man.
No, I think he's scared. He's scared of what I'm going to ask him, and he should be.
Is
He
that true,
should be
Sparkus? Are you
scared.
scared?
He should be scared. Thank you so much. Is that Mand? Oh man, this is going to be hard
Amanda's
for me
on
to.
it. Shout out to Amanda. How you doing, hon?
Mand
Thanks
is
for
on
being here.
it. Oh, thank you so much for those bits. We got Carla just gave 100 bits as well. Thank you so
DJ
much,
101. See you, fam.
Spartacus. Thank you again. I appreciate you. We got DJ Doman. Thank you so much for those bits. Sandra Radiate.
That's Dominate. Some people get it's
Wow.
DJ Dominate. We have to get it right.
Oh, Dominate.
Yeah, that's the fam.
Oh, now I see it in the name. DJ
Yeah.
Dominate.
Yeah, when
Okay,
you
that
know it,
makes
it's
sense.
obvious, but when you don't, it's not.
No, when I don't know, I strictly try to say every letter by letter, and I always get it wrong. Sandra Radiate for that gifted or resubscription. Wow, this is moving
We
so
got
fast.
DJ Prodigy,
I can't even keep up.
aka the body roll DJ in the building. DJ OE, my brother, the coach. DJ OE is here.
We got DJ. Thank you, Jay Lopez, for the follow. We got Joy Lex for the resubscription. Thank you so much.
Cool man,
Sorry,
Brian
guys.
B in the building.
My computer is freezing. Official DJ Marshall for the follow, Clarky for the follow. Yeah, feel free to follow. Definitely host the Honey Flow show if you guys can. That would be amazing.
Hey Rara,
Um,
oh my god, we've got all the troublemakers in the chat, Honey Flow. We're
oh
in trouble
no,
here.
now I'm getting scared.
The whole
Now I'm
squad.
getting scared. Wow. Okay. Yeah, DJ Domain. Is it you said domain?
Dominate, DJ Dominate.
Dominate, DJ
Yeah,
Dominate. I gotta get used to that. I like that DJ name.
it's a
Just takes
great
me a
name.
while to get used to. DJ Dominate, thank you again for those bits. Official DJ Marshall for those bits as well. We're at level 2, 28%. Wow. See, for Facebook and YouTube, if you're wondering what the heck is bits, a hype train, you got to come on Twitch to see what's going on over here as well. We create trains and definitely derail them. There's so many people in this chat, and I appreciate each and every one for coming.
Yeah, we've got
There's
Miss
just
Princess as well.
wow, there's just too many
We're
names to
now
list
we passed
here.
50 views. What's your record? Come on,
What?
everyone,
50
get all the
viewers?
crew in here.
What the heck is going on here? It's like, did Twitch shut down? Like, are there no other
No,
shows?
we're
Now
shutting down
everyone's coming
Twitch.
here.
When we get to talking, you're here. But it's the extended family. We support each other. You know, Team DCD. We got DJs United.
Oh, that's
We got my
nice.
UK and US and
You
Canadian
know what
fam.
it
So
is? It's
we
because
support
you're
each other.
popular. It's because you're the popular
Uh,
kid in school. That's what it
I don't
is.
know. I don't know
You
about
know.
that. You know, I think people are bored tonight. Yeah, they said they fall out.
Yeah, I'm like, "Wow, is your cable not working? Like, did something shut down? Like, what's happening here?" Thank you so much, DJ Prodigy, for coming through. Appreciate you. Official DJ Marshall, Lady Shay. Wow, Boa Ninjas as well. Great to see you. Great to see so many of these familiar names. Jay or Dana as well. Miss
Jay, I see
Princess.
you.
Mimi Berry, of course, the one and only dear mod of mine, and mod of yours. She
Legends. Mimi
is
Berry's a
everywhere on
legend.
Twitch. If you guys need emotes or graphic design or anything, make sure you call this girl. This is like the hardest working, girl next to my other mods, but she's helped me so much on my show along with Clarky and my other mod Junior. And she's definitely going to be the first person that I reach out to and see in the UK. So everyone make sure you guys add her. She's definitely special. We got thank you so much. Is it ST3? Oh geez, I don't know this username. This is
That's Steffi Steph. How you doing,
Steffi
Steph?
Steph. Oh, okay.
Welcome
Steffi
in.
Steph. Thank you so much for those bits. It looked like a license plate to me, like ST3,
Yeah,
808.
want to make it easy with the names.
Miss Princess 81, thank you so much for those bits. Oh, Sweet Leo says I need to hydrate all. Yeah, I probably do need to hydrate
Wow, are
already.
you
Thank you
seeing
so
this?
much.
This DJ Prodigy in the chat. He's starting trouble already, and I'm going to give you an exclusive, Honey Flow. Okay,
Yeah.
it was first mentioned on my stream, but for those that don't know, on the 14th of July, 5 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. UK time, it's the versus battle everyone's been talking about: DCD versus DJ Prodigy. You're going to see everything in that battle, from the dance off to the drink off. We'll be telling jokes. Although with Prodigy up against me, it won't be difficult to make people laugh. And we'll be doing some DJing, so it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'll be putting a promo out for that tomorrow.
Oh,
But
that's
Prodigy, I hope
dope.
you're training, because it's going to be a tough one for you.
So who's gonna be like, oh, I just got a few other people before I miss, and I'm gonna ask you a question about that battle.
All right, let's have
Uh,
another shot while we wait. Cheers.
all right, there we go. Thank you so much, DJ Prodigy, as well, for the gifted sub to Miss Princess here. And wow, thank you guys for the support. Level 2, 83%. Sandra Radiate, thank you so much for those 300 bits. Official DJ Marshall, DJ Dominate, and all the follows. Joy Lex, Lady Shay for those bits as well. DJ Spartacus, Carla for those bits. Wow. I can't even like keep up on my computer here, really. um, was it Man,
Mans is
Mans?
on it.
Oh,
I'm
Mans is
Soso in the
on it.
building. How you doing?
Mans is on it. Thank you so much for
You
those
will, you see
bits.
that Prodigy's very rude. He's a very rude individual. We're going to keep it
Is he?
PG for now. But
I
yeah,
really hope I didn't.
he's what we call in the UK. I don't have, if you have them in Canada and America, we call him a hater.
Oh man, he's
He's
not a
like,
hater.
I think he's
Spartacus
like
is a
a kind
nice
of a
guy.
small man syndrome.
But I really want to
He's
know
got a big
who.
heart. He's got a big heart
True.
and a nice body roll.
Yeah,
Not a nice
true.
body. A nice body
He
roll.
he oh, he has a nice body? Did you say a nice body?
No, I
Did you
can't speak
say
to
a
his
nice
body.
body? How did you say a
Hopefully,
nice
there's no
body?
one that can co-sign that in the chat. But yeah, he's well known for his body roll. And some of his streams, he just dances for an hour. It's a
Yeah,
good
he
time.
does. He does have good body rolls. Like, I must admit, I've been trying to do body rolls off of camera just to
Yeah.
try to attempt to do one on, and he's got like the best ones. And he could go down really low with his back. I'm like, was this guy a cheerleader back in the day
You know,
too?
he did his
Because
back in. You know, when he stopped doing them, so he started to do what we call spring
he didn't
rolls,
even do
right?
that as a
And
cheerleader.
as my friend Eddie will tell you, not even dim sum levels, you know, of spring rolls.
No,
It's
but he
very like
goes
a
really
half
low though.
effort.
This guy's
It's like, oh, I can't be asked today, you know, and it's like a robot. It's uncomfortable to
Prodigy's
watch.
like pretty flexible. I'm just like, did he
Yeah,
do
no, he's coming back
cartwheels?
now. He's been doing hot yoga and Pilates, so he's coming back. He's
That's
coming back
that's
to
what I
form.
think
So
it is. I think it's the hot yoga and Pilates. So if you guys
yeah,
do the
he's been doing a
versus
lot of that.
if you guys do the
Yeah, he's
versus
been working.
battle, I wonder who's gonna be Omarion and who's gonna be Mario. Like which one is gonna be which, if you guys do a battle or some type of versus thing with each other. I don't know.
All I know is, yeah, Prodigy is gonna get crushed. That's what I know. But the
But are
good
you
news is
guys
the next
Mhm.
day we'll be friends again, you know,
Are
or
you
we'll
guys gonna
begin to
both be
become.
in vests though? Are you guys gonna put on your Jodeci vests or what?
You know, I'll be honest, yeah, like, you know, I don't think Prodigy wants to put on a vest, yeah.
You know what'd be nice? I think it would be so dope if you got Spartacus in there and he wore a vest as well. Like if you guys
No, he's
all
too
had the
big. Spark is
Jodas.
too big.
No, but that would be hilarious because he probably can't even do up the button. It'd be like popping,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. No,
He-Man, you know?
Sparkus in the gym right now. I'm telling you
Yeah,
right
he
now,
is.
Sparkus is lifting weights listening to this.
He makes me feel really lazy when I watch his streams. I'm like, I need to get back to the gym. Like this guy is like buffed, like seriously. Oh, thank you again, Spartacus, for those bits. We're still on level 3 hype train. And I am so for those bits. And I hope I didn't miss anyone. Steph as well, Miss Princess, and for giving the gifted sub. Thank you guys again for all the support. I don't think I've had a hype train ever this fast. Maybe
Thank you,
complimenting
everyone.
helps.
Appreciate
Like if
you.
we keep complimenting Spartacus, maybe that'll help. I don't know. But I think it would be hilarious seeing him in a vest because I wonder, Spartacus, can you fit in a suit? I wonder if he could fit in a suit
Wow,
or
Sparkus,
if
you're
it's
getting
just
called
like,
out, bro.
and then if
Let's
he's
get
next to
Mr.
like
Drew. Can we get
Prodigy again?
Sparkus on suit and tie? We'll
Yeah.
see if he fits in a suit then. Although
But
if
you
I'm on
work
there, I
out
don't keep it
too.
on for long.
But you
It's
work
too hot.
out too, right? You work out
Hmm?
too. You work out too.
Of
So you
course,
have to
I'm working out right now.
But I wonder how many I wonder if you guys could do clapping push-ups though. That is the
I can for a
Oh, you
fact.
can? You
Yeah,
can? 'Cause if I
yeah.
know the only one I saw, I don't really wanna give him his props, and he's not in the chat room, but Vance Dell gave us a video of clapping push-ups. I was challenging him. I was like, "Oh, snap. He actually can do clapping push-ups." Like, that's crazy. So
Yeah, we do the double claps and then like also the clap behind the head ones as well.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
man. Wow.
yeah,
So you got a
that's
lot
not
of
fun in the mud, I tell you that.
Yeah. So going to you now, because I know everything started up here. Thank you again for the hype train, you guys. I truly appreciate it. And for kicking that off, beginning of the Honey Flow show. So grateful. Thank you guys so much for that. And everyone coming through. So I wanted to definitely get into some questions. Oh no, we got another troublemaker in the building. Mr. Ray J here. Yeah, not Ray J, Ray Domingo. I'm calling him Ray J
Ray
now.
J,
Yeah, he
Ray
throws me off
Domingos.
because he everything I tell you about my show, he'll ruin my show because he says crazy things. Watch it. He's
Yeah.
gonna say crazy things in
Oh
this
yeah, we're
chat.
in trouble. Ray's here. Ray, can
I
you go to
know.
alert mode, please?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, he can do
Marshall,
shots,
that's
drink,
true.
and push-ups? What? Really? Oh my gosh, it's crazy. So I just want everyone to know, and I'm sure everyone knows in this room, but there's lots of people watching on Facebook that also lurk too, that don't haven't joined Twitch yet, but lots of people on Facebook and YouTube. So you're originally from the UK. Are you born and raised there? And what exact area is it too that you're from?
I'm born and raised in South London. Originally from Brixton. Now I live in Clapham, which is about 5 to 10 minutes away from Brixton in South London. Born in St Thomas's Hospital. For those Londoners, you'll know where that is. And yeah, I've lived in South London all my life. Both my parents are born in London, but my dad's parents are from Jamaica. They were born
Hmm.
there, came over in the Windrush era. And my mum's mother's from England, and her father is from Ireland. So I guess heritage-wise, I'm half Jamaican, quarter English, quarter Irish. That's probably
Oh,
where the
nice.
drinking comes from.
That yeah, exactly. That's a great mix. So, is there like one side you lean more to or not really, like in terms
Well,
of
it depends on
culture?
the situation. Some situations you need to be more Jamaican in, you know. But
Can you actually do patois as well? Can you actually like spit some patois or no? That would be amazing.
oh, what you see on the floor? You see a read
Oh.
Domingo in the chat now, aka Ria G. Ria G that.
Oh man, that's pretty good. Have you ever rapped or anything? I could see you doing that, like spitting some rhymes,
Yeah,
like
I've got
rapping.
bars. I've got bars, but I'm I'm not sure we want to hear that today. Everyone's gonna tune out real quick. But I will do it on my stream after a few drinks, because then I can blame the alcohol, baby.
Yeah, it's cool though. It's always neat seeing, just even my friends are Jamaican out here. Like, there's definitely a difference between Canadian, British, American. Like, I think last time we saw a Jamaican film, oh, what was it? I think it was called Home Alone or something. I don't know if you've seen that film.
Well,
It was
that's
a
not Jamaican. The one with Macaulay Culkin.
well, yeah. No, 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 not
That's
no,
not
no.
Jamaican.
It's
That's
no, it's
super
not
US.
that one.
That's a kiddies Christmas film.
No, you're thinking of the wrong one. That isn't it was called
Oh,
Homegrown. Someone give me the name.
okay,
Homegrown or Home Alone, but it was a Jamaican no, this is straight up, like, Jamaican movie. It had
right.
some Canadian actors in it. Oh, was it that one? I think it was either that one or it was, the one that, Nick Cannon produced. I think it was called King of the Dance Hall. So anyways,
Okay.
when Busta Rhymes started doing patois in the theater, everyone was busting out laughing because it sounded hilarious. Like, it just doesn't sound right, like, when he was doing the accent and everything. I don't
When
know if
he was doing
anyone's
it,
seen
yeah,
yeah, when he was doing it. So everyone here was falling over laughing, but you could tell a little, difference in the dialect, like, between each countries. It's interesting. So, do you
yeah.
ever go back? No, it wasn't Home Alone, like, you know what? I'm gonna get it for you guys. You guys
Oh,
don't believe me.
stop you.
I know what it
Uh,
is. I played it on my show. I streamed it on my show one time.
yeah,
I think it was it was Home Alone or Homegrown, something like that. Someone Google.
yeah.
Mimi Berry, you'll
Okay,
Google for
yeah,
me.
yeah. We'll come back to that one.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
sorry, what is you asked a question just now? I lost about
So,
the
yeah, I
Home Alone
just said
movie.
there's definitely differences between each country, so I love it. So, yeah, it looks like you. I had, DJ Diamond, Lee, spit some patois too, and everyone's like, "Oh, no, man." Like, they're like that to him, bugging him, so you could do it pretty good. You could do it pretty good. Yeah.
I'm Lee, the original Yardie, you know.
Yeah. He said he
Hey, big
was
up DJ
trying.
D Man in the building. Shout out to my DJs United family.
Yes, DJ D-Man, you guys don't believe me. Now I'm gonna have to Google while I'm talking to him, so you guys believe. You
Yeah,
guys know
honey, bro, I
exactly.
ain't gonna lie.
I'm gonna
This
Google
is
right now. You guys don't
I don't
believe
think your
me.
story ends well with this Home Alone in Jamaica business.
No, it is.
You know why? Because if it was in Jamaica, we'd never see Macaulay again.
You're thinking of the wrong movie. Someone post the link. Someone post the link for me, please. Look it up. Anyways, so what would you say, your city is kind of known for? I know, like, out there, I mean, there's so many different things, culture and music, but for someone that's never been out to where you live, like, what would
Yeah.
you say it's kind of known for?
Well, I think, particularly in America, to some extent, Canada have a real misconception of like the UK and London. They think it's all, tea and crumpets and phone boxes and the Queen. And I don't know about. I see a lot of Londoners in the chat. There's a small element of that, but really, it's just like I would say London's comparable to New York.
Mhm.
I would say New York's a more aggressive version of London. I saw Ray Domingo label me as a roadman in the chat earlier, which is that he could be sued for such a comment. But so we do have a lot of roadmen in London though. We've got a couple in the chat. We've got official marshal. We got and so we have some trouble in London as well. Overall though, it's expensive. Um, it's got a good nightlife, nice restaurants. It's very diverse. There's a lot of gentrification. So, you know, where I've lived in Brixton and Clapham, there was a time there were certain parts of those areas you just couldn't go in. And now you wouldn't really look at it that way. But then, you know, you go 5 minutes one way and, you know, it's oysters and caviar and champagne. And then you go 5 minutes the other way and, you know, your phone's gone, you know. So it's quite a complex city. There's many spots like that, particularly in South London and but all over London you find that. But you know what, overall, you know, it's home. You know, home is where the heart is, and there's nowhere else I'd rather be.
That's awesome. I'm still trying to Google the movie because now it's killing me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
No, you
Google it.
yeah, no, keep looking for that movie. It's not Home
It
Alone though.
is. Yes, it is. Homegrown, Home Alone. It's
Oh,
one of
right, so
those.
Clarky talking about a drive from Brixton to Clapham. Let me tell you about Clarky. First of all, the other day she couldn't even find a car, right?
Mhm.
Then she couldn't drive the car or get out of the space or listen to any directions or open the door, right? Then the next day, she had the gall to say, I disappointed her because we didn't get chicken. Clarky, this is still unresolved. Okay.
Because you didn't get chicken.
But if it's any consolation, the worst driver on Twitch is DJ Rhodium. Okay. If he's not here, someone tell him I said it.
You're just
He's,
blasting
he's
everyone. Wow,
Yeah,
you're gonna
yeah,
get blasted with
you know,
shots.
we've got to
Mhm.
be honest. D-Wills was there. DJ Rhodium was laughing with his hands off the steering wheel, taking all the wrong turns in the world. He's a dangerous person. Don't let him fool you on his stream. You know, with that hat and being all quiet. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
dangerous.
he does strike me as more reserved and quiet, but I kinda thought you kind of struck me as that a little bit too, more of an introvert. So I was
Yeah, but not
kinda,
like him. Like D-Will says, it was scary. The DJ Rhodium, that's serial killer vibes, bro. Yeah, just no more of that, please.
"Hey,
But sorry, yeah,
Jules."
you were saying with yeah, I mean, initially, you know, when you start streaming, it takes a while, doesn't it, to get comfortable
Mhm.
and within yourself, within what you're doing with the audience, and ultimately, you know, the reason I started streaming is because I was bored, and I felt like the pandemic was going to drag on longer than most people expected. Unfortunately, I was right because I was on Twitch for as a viewer soon after the pandemic began. Um, and I didn't actually have any plans to stream at all. But as every month passed, and by the way, I hope Elvin Cortez is still here. So he was the first person that I knew that was on Twitch. We had Elvin Cortez, Domsy the DJ, and Mary Rose, Baby Rosie Posey. They brought their show from Facebook over to Twitch. But Elvin, oh, he's still there. Yeah, so Elvin was confusing though because his show was very diverse. It ranged between him DJing dope music, falling asleep, and eating burgers, right? So I had no idea what this meant. But you know, Elvin and I had known each other a long time. For some weird reason, I trusted him, and I came over to Twitch and started following his streams and Domsy and Baby Rosie Posey streams as well. And fortunately, you know, they were kind of part of certain groups or connected to certain people that, you know, I found dope as well. I enjoyed, and then it led me to a lot of the amazing people you see in the chat today. You know, like DJ Ray Domingo, and you know, DJ Diamond Lee, DJ OE Prodigy, and many others who I'll list later. But yeah, so that's how I kind of came over as a viewer, and then I started streaming because I used to be a professional DJ back in the day, you know, in my teens, early 20s, and I was a garage DJ, like not in my garage music. So we played UK garage back in the So Solid days. Being from Clapham, it was kind of a natural connection. You tend to know a lot of them and their people. So I started promoting and DJing in those days up until I would say I was about 23, 24. I used to DJ about 4 to 5 nights a week at a certain point. So I was pretty busy, but at the same time, I was working full time. I was studying full time. I studied at UCL, University of London, where I got my degree in philosophy and psychology. And yeah, so that was my main focus. So then I had to focus on the kind of, you know, my day-to-day job, which is generally working in business, retail, management. But yeah, so I kind of fell out of, I would say I fell out of love with music. But when I came onto Twitch, like, so I was in and out of the kind of music world, but when I came onto Twitch, honestly, like I found it quite therapeutic, listening to music, reconnecting again, and also like the kind of connecting with all of the audience who have now, many of them, like I see all these names in the chat and I look at them as friends. Many of them I know, and some I knew before Twitch, some I knew very well. Some I saw last night,
Mhm.
like Ray Domingo, DJ Flex, etc. So Top Boy Sherrod, how you doing, fam? Um, so it was for me, it was really a blessing to find Twitch and to come back to streaming, and the streaming aspect took everything up a level for me.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have come back. Like a lot of guys I've interviewed have said, they were retired from DJing and they came back in the pandemic, or just people found that love for music again, which is pretty awesome, for because if you think about it, none of us would have been on Twitch, none of us would have been connecting with one another if it weren't for the pandemic. And a lot of people probably wouldn't have gone back to music, their first love again, right? Which is really, really cool seeing. I think that kind of happened a little bit with me too, just coming back with the music after so many years. So it's just nice getting back and doing things again. Been a minute. And sometimes you're always working and you do school and you get in your career, you get older and you forget about the things that really struck your passion, right? So that's awesome. You could tell it in your streams too that you love it. You could
Yeah,
it
definitely. Like
shows, right?
but my number one reason for being on Twitch and streaming is to enjoy myself. That's
Mhm.
number one. You know, and if within that I can bring any enjoyment, to one, 5, 50, 100 people, that's even better, because that brings me a bigger joy that I'm having fun and there's other people having fun as well. So that's my immediate priority in terms of being on Twitch. And of course, as a byproduct of that, you tend to get to really know people, form connections. Like there's people in this chat I talk to every day, like DJ
Mhm.
OE, and Diamond Lee, and I talk to some people really regularly, like Ray Domingo and others. Like it's been a blessing in that sense.
Have you guys been able to, see each other frequently too? The people that you've
Yeah,
met, like
I think
the
I've seen
Twitch
Ray
groups
Domingo.
and
I think he's sick of me by now. I must have seen him about 4 times in the last 8 days.
oh,
Yeah, so
wow, 4
yeah,
times in the
I've
last
seen
8
him quite a
days.
lot. So he's had enough of me now.
Mhm.
But yeah, generally, I think it was on the weekend, this weekend gone, we had Guna Rich's birthday. I don't see him in the chat, but I see Carla in the chat. And who else? Dimps was over from Amsterdam.
Oh,
And we had
nice.
Carla. D Wills was there. That was Rhodium. I see Rhodium in the chat today. That was the day Rhodium tried to kill me and D Wills.
Oh,
Yeah,
no. Are you guys all
yeah.
close together, like, in terms of distance? Because I Googled the UK, I'm like, "I need to find out more about the UK because I really don't know a lot." And then my mod Mimi Berry started getting me interested, like, a lot more. I'm like, "Let me Google, let me find out more research." I didn't realize how big it actually was, like, I know, in population, and, of course, Canada is only about 36 million, 34, 36 million. We have a lot of land, but not enough people here. So when I Googled you guys, I'm like, shoot, you guys are really huge and spread out.
Yeah, most of us are from London. Like some people are from outside of London. Like I think Mans is on it. I think she lives in Portsmouth. Dominate, he's in Leicester. Dimps is in Amsterdam. I see in the chat as well. But a lot of us are in and around London, but different parts of London. But really, often we go to central London. You can get there pretty quickly. If you
Mhm.
know how to get around London, you can get to most places in 45 minutes.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and unless Clarky or Rhodium are driving, good luck.
Yeah, how is commuting out there? Is it pretty nuts? Like if you're not taking the subway or the train, like if you're just driving, is it really crazy out there like New York?
Um, what, the subway or the roads?
Or just yeah, just the roads in general when you're
Yeah, the
driving and
roads are
stuff
pretty
like
hectic, but they have all of these charges now. You need an electric car, and there's congestion zone. They create all of these ways that will help the environment, but ultimately it reduces traffic on the road because it's so expensive to drive. And me, like I have a license, you know, I don't drive right now, I'll be honest, because I love to drink, you know, and I'm not going to
Hmm.
drink and drive, and I'm not going to go out and not drink. So,
Hmm.
you know, there's no point me having a car right now. But
Are
and
you
I live in zone
shooting
two
out
as well.
crazy
So zone
things?
two is close to central London.
So you're probably shooting out. Oh yeah, and by the way, guys, it was home again. What did I say? Home Alone?
Home again. You
Same
said Home
thing.
Alone.
Same
Macaulay
thing.
Culkin in Jamaica.
Yeah, it's home again. You guys got to check out this movie right here. Let me know once you guys check it out. Let me know what you think of it. I thought it was really a really good movie. So make sure you guys let me know as well. And I think it's free on YouTube. Home again. Yeah. So I guess when you drink, there's definitely a lot of shenanigans. Like, do a lot of crazy things slip out of your mouth? Kind of like, Tall Man Brian. I just interviewed him, and he apparently went up to, oh, I'm drawing a blank, female DJ. He went up to her. Someone could let me know. I'm drawing a complete blank right now, and asked if she was like his groupie, like his side chick or something.
Yeah, he asked
I'm
about
like,
some side
what?
chick or something. You know what? Yeah, Tall Man gets feisty like that. You know, just
I
because
was
he's 8 foot
surprised.
seven, yeah, and he can do pull ups from the toilet. You know, like he takes advantage of these things. But you know, but I will complete this answer. But it's short o'clock. We're having a show every 10 minutes. Cheers, everyone.
Yeah. Cheers. Cheers to you
But
guys. Cheers to you
the
guys.
way I look at it, when you're drunk or let's say under the influence of alcohol, your inhibitions they change. So for me, if you say anything loose or crazy, it was
Mhm.
in you anyway. It's just the drinkers brought it out. So,
Hmm.
you know, I don't think I've ever had to apologize for anything I've said under the influence of
Like nothing
alcohol.
too
But
crazy, nothing too crazy?
I mean, I might have said some crazy things, but is it really crazy if it's true?
Well, yeah, I don't know. Drinking doesn't do that for me. Like I turn into a mute box and I sit in the corner and I listen to slow jams. Like I will ruin someone's wedding if I start drinking. I start whining in a corner, like just listening to slow jams. So it's not a
Oh,
good look
like
for
what?
me.
Like whining or like whining?
No, like, not whining that way.
Oh,
I leave that up
I
to
was
you.
gonna
I leave that
say.
up to you. Like whining, like sulking, like in a corner, like wanting to watch The Notebook or Bridget Jones's Diary or something cheesy, and just listening to slow jams and just wanting to be alone. So alcohol does not work well
No,
for
you're
me.
right. You know, it enhances certain emotions. Like the way I look at it, yeah, you've got
I
three
get
types
like
of
Ray Domingo. That's what happens because I get
yeah.
like Ray Domingo. Like same me and him are the same, I think, when it comes to because he'll listen to
I've
slow
seen
jams.
Ray.
If
Ray
he has
has
a
many
breakup,
reactions when
I'll
he's
listen to
drunk.
slow jams.
Yeah, he's every
Ray's
type.
like,
But
"What?" I'm just bugging you, Ray. I'm just getting you back because,
yeah.
I feel like we're both the same because I was bugging him in his chat ages ago saying if he's got a breakup, he's playing Tony Braxton, another sad love song. I do the exact same thing. I torture myself with slow jams too. And I think
No, you
Ray
know
does the
what?
same thing.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I haven't got no time for that sadness. Yeah. So here's the thing, right? There's
Yeah.
three types of drunk. Yeah. There's the sad drunk. There's the angry drunk who also can be the annoying drunk. And then there's the fun drunk. I'm the fun drunk. You know what? I'm trying to get lit. I'm trying to have a good time. Yeah. All right. I might give you like a few minutes if someone's really sad and I have to go and hear them out. But to be honest, I just want to vibe. Let's turn up the music and grab a drink and have a laugh. You know, there's
Yeah.
time for that though. You know, obviously you have your private conversations with your friends and people that need you. But yeah,
I think you
for
and
me,
Mimi would get
I'm
along
just
'cause
trying to have a good time.
yeah, you and Mimi Berry would get along too, because like,
Oh,
that's
we
why she's
do.
your mod. Because
We get along very
I think
well.
she gets crazy too when she has a few
She
drinks.
gets crazy. Last time she said DCD is hugs and shots only, and then all night, then she ran, gave me a big hug. We had some shots, and then we had a few more shots, and then a few more shots, and then she was hiding from me. I actually caught her really hiding in Box Park. She was like hiding down one that like, and I saw her try and avoid me. Yeah, and I said, no, no, Mimi, let's go to the bar. You know?
Now I gotta ask, I don't wanna generalize, but is this kind of like because when I met Australians on a boat cruise, is it kind of like a UK thing, like, where people, like, hang out, they drink a lot, like, go to pubs, go to different things? Because I know in Montreal, it's very much like that. here in Canada, you know, because it's legal, I believe, in Quebec to drink on the street, I believe. So
Yeah, it's
that's the
definitely
culture,
legal in South
right?
London. I'll tell you that
Oh,
for
is
free.
it? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh, it is?
everything's legal.
I didn't
Do
know
what you
that.
want.
Oh, okay. So I kind of wondered if it was like Australia a bit, like that is the culture. You go out
Oh my
after
God,
work,
Les
you
is
have
in the chat.
drinks.
Queen Mod Les in the chat. Hey Les,
Hey, DJ
big
Diamond
love to
Lee, we
you.
were just
All the
talking
team
about you.
DCD.
We should do a versus battle, you and DJ Diamond Lee, for the best patois accents. Like I want to see who has the
Nah,
best one
nah. You know
here
what? I'm not clashing Diamond Lee
from the
because I like
States.
him. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I
I
like.
know he's a great guy.
I'm clashing Prodigy. It's not that I don't like him. He's all right, but you know, it just it needs to be. It needs to happen. Yeah, he needs
Diamond
to
Lee's
know.
yeah, Diamond Lee's the type of guy that everyone likes. Like you can never get in a fight with that guy because he's such a nice guy. So yeah,
Definitely.
definitely. We got DJ OE in the building.
That's my
Uh,
brother right there, DJ Oe, the coach.
Great to
That's my
see
coach
you.
for this battle coming up with DJ Prodigy.
That should be fun for you guys. We got Les 520. DJ Mr. Drew UK, I'm going to be having on my show too in a few weeks, you guys. So look out for that. He should be a lot of fun too. Um, let's see here. So, yeah, so if you guys have any questions, definitely post them in the chat. If you want to learn anything, you know, or just any shenanigans or anything you know that I don't know, definitely post in the chat. I'll be sure to try to catch your comment if you guys do have any questions. So how long have
Yeah.
you Oh, yeah, go
Sorry,
ahead.
go ahead.
Yeah, how
No,
long have you actually been on Twitch for too, did you say?
so,
Might have missed that.
as a viewer, I joined in August 2020. So I guess that's coming up to 2 years and a couple months. But in terms of actually streaming, um, probably about a year and a half now coming up. Well, no, actually, about a year and 4 months or so, 3 or 4 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you ever remember, like, your very first show? Like, you know oh,
I
yeah,
remember
Whisper
some of the
Mimi
early
Berry.
ones. I look back on some clips and it's so embarrassing. I mean, to be fair, you know, even some recent clips could be embarrassing, but you know, I look back on like, you know, the quality of the stream, my confidence, some of the mixing and the music. I was like, oh my God, what was I doing? You know, but it's funny. I see Les in the chat now. There was one of the first raids I got on was called House and G Tuesdays, and three guys I know. DJ Donny Blaze was the first one to Miss Princess. I'll come back to that. I speak many languages. You already know that, including New Zealandish, but
Oh,
we'll get
really?
onto that
Yeah,
later.
yeah, I
Yeah,
wanna hear
yeah,
that, I wanna hear that,
yeah, an
yeah.
American, but we'll come back to that. Yeah, so when I remember I was on this raid and my friend Donny Blaze, you know, he was part of organizing this raid with Jerry Barredo and Dom C, and Donny was the first one to ask me on there, and yeah, I saw Les modding for him, you know, Les
Mhm.
520 from the West Coast, and after the stream, I said, oh, like yeah, I'm streaming now, like how do you get a mod? What's a mod? Like, you know, and then he kind of explained it to me. I was like, okay, like how can I get one? Yeah. and he said, oh, you just have to ask them, you know. Like I said, well, like what? I said, what about Les? He goes, oh, you could ask Les. I was like, oh, like I don't know, you know, what she's gonna say. And then I remember the next stream I asked Les and she said yes. And she's been my first mod from day one, and
Mhm.
we've added you know, quite a few to our team since. Shout out to GGJ, Mimi Berry.
Mhm.
We've added Carla, Olga, Jolex.
Oh,
We've got Dennis.
wow.
We've got, yeah, we've got a big team because, you know, my streaming times are very erratic. You know, like
Mhm.
today I was on at 8 p.m. UK time. Monday I was on at midnight. You know, so we were I find like the mods you know, show us so much love and support that I'd rather have a bigger team and kind of, so people, there's not that pressure and expectation to be at a stream, because it's not easy, you know. Life comes first.
Yeah, that's
um
true, that's true.
but and of course there's that perfect storm, like where everyone can come or a lot of them can come, but you know, we have a group, we communicate, so we just try and make sure there's not too much pressure on everyone, you know. So I really appreciate all the team DCD. I'll let, like later on with the shout outs, I'll go through them in
Yeah,
detail,
big
but I
big
love
shout out,
all of you.
huge
Thank you
shout
so
out.
much.
Yeah, big shout out to all the mods for real, because you guys are truly the backbone of our shows. You're the front center, you know? And mods definitely don't get enough credit, but they deserve everything because you make all of our shows. Without you in the chat and corresponding and connecting with people, we wouldn't even have a show. So big shout out to every single mod in the room. Of course, my dear mod, Mimi Berry, as well. She's all over the place, for sure. Always
Yeah, she's
willing
international.
to jump in and help everyone the best she can as well. And big shout out to Junior Clarkey, and Vansdale helping me when he gets a chance. And yeah, that's great. It's good to have a bigger team and a power team too with you. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure to help.
definitely. And just shout out to the new members of the chat. Glow Baby, I see you. Twink about her. Katie, how you doing? Hope little one's feeling better. Good to see you all here.
Yeah, big shout out to you guys. So I'm going to try to catch some of these questions here. I'm looking for them. Miss Princess asks, how many languages can you speak?
13.
13? For real?
13 languages.
Wow.
Shot
What
o'clock.
13 languages. Wow. So what would be like what was the first couple ones you started with?
So English, American, Australian, New Zealandish, Canadian, Patois. That's just 6 of the many
Like you're
languages I
talking
speak.
about accents cuz Canadian or Americans don't
They
have
are
another
all
language.
honey
What
flow.
are you
These
talking about?
these are all
Can you do an
languages.
accent? Is it an
These are all
accent?
different countries. America.
Okay.
Look at that. That's American. Australian. From Australia.
Okay.
I'm not gonna
What
everyone
about
knows me in the
Canadian?
chat.
What about
I,
Canadian?
I'm humble. I'm not one to show off. Yeah.
I want to hear you I want to hear you do a Canadian. What do we sound like? I want to hear what Canadians sound like.
Canadian, eh?
Oh my gosh.
You
Do
guys say that a lot.
maybe Barry, do I say A all the time? Let me know. I
Not
don't
you
think I do.
personally. I mean, you
Actually, I
said it a
do.
couple of times. I weren't gonna say anything, but in general, it's a Canadian
You make us sound
um
so nerdy.
idiosyncrasy, as they would
You
say.
make Canadians sound like we're nerdy. Are we nerdy? Do we sound nerdy?
Well, I'll be honest, if I was walking around Canada, I wouldn't feel nervous. So that
Oh,
doesn't mean you're
gee.
nerdy. I just think it's one of the safer places you could be on Earth. It's definitely
Oh,
safer than
really?
America. They're crazy over there.
Okay, do an American accent.
Um, which city?
Do like a southern one. I need work on my southern accents.
What? Texas?
Like, doggone it, gotta get me some Krispy Kremes and I don't know, gotta go to the ranch and
Gotta
meet
go to the
Prodigy.
ranch. Gotta go to the ranch. Get me some cowboy boots.
Oh man. If anyone in the South is listening, they're probably shaking their heads like, really?
Yeah,
Gotta drink me
apologies.
some
Apologies in advance. You know what? When you speak 13 languages, it's difficult to remember every local dialect. So I just try and, deliver it when I can. And obviously, I'm not one to show off, as I said earlier, but I do have a GCSE in French. I don't know
Hmm.
if you know what that is. That's
Okay,
like
spit
a
some
big
français. I learned French.
bonjour. Je m'appelle David. Je parle petit
Oh.
peu français.
Oh shoot. Snap. You know more French than I do.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I could be from Quebec,
Do
you
you
know?
know Spanish at all?
Spanish.
Or Italian?
Outside,
No.
inside out. Living la vida loca.
Nah, you're not doing very well. I don't
No,
think.
no, Spanish is not on the list, but obviously I understand it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
yeah, I
So
get it. I
what's
get it.
this here? DJ Mr. Drew UK says, David, please tell us all about the time you came highly recommended. What's that about?
So I am willing to answer this question, Honeyflow, but this is the type of
Oh
question
no.
you said we should steer clear of.
Oh,
So,
really? Is it really that bad? If it's really that bad, I'm gonna skip this question.
yeah, it's sex related.
Okay. So you came highly recommended? What do
Yeah,
you mean? Oh, that's something
yeah.
that you
I mean,
talked
we
about on
could
your
go
stream?
down this path, but
Oh, dear Lord.
it's up to
Okay,
you. I
well,
know. I don't want to get you shut down on Facebook and all these
yeah,
other
we can't be
platforms.
shut down on Facebook, guys, or YouTube. So, and I have corporate people Googling me as well to book
Corporate.
me.
Oh, yeah, no. If
That's what
you got
I sent
corporate
to him
people
a
listening,
message.
we might need to
Maybe
move
I'll
on to
hear
the
it
next.
off. Okay, I'm going to hear that off record. I'm
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
going to
yeah.
hear from Ray Domingo in the
After
chat,
for
I'm
the after
sure.
party, we're gonna talk about
Yeah,
that.
we'll hear in the after party for sure. So Joy Lex says she's working and lurking. Clarky says I'm not
Appreciate
ready.
you, Joe
I'm reading some
Lex.
of these messages
Hold on, I
here.
see you in there.
I'm trying to see if there's any questions here too. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, I probably missed some of them. I'm just trying to scroll through the chat. Let
Clarky
me
would like
know.
you to take a shot. Do you have it? Do you drink honey flow?
Actually, I do, but I do once in a while, but I don't have anything with me except this.
It's all right.
But
Go get a shot. I'll hold it
okay.
down. I'll
Oh,
hold
I
the.
think
I won't say anything too
I'm
crazy.
good. I'm good today. I'm good today. But
Okay, okay.
another day,
So you know what?
another time
I'll
I
tell you
will.
what. I'll drink one for you. How about that? Be a
Oh,
team player.
how many do you have? Seriously.
No, I've decided I'm gonna have a shot on average every 10 minutes on the stream because I
Oh
don't
my
want to get too
gosh.
drunk.
10
I want to keep.
minutes. Yeah,
'Cause, yeah,
I don't
this
have
is
too much.
this drink isn't
The
that
only thing
strong.
I have is Bailey's Mimi Berry. I just have Bailey's. I'm like old. Like, you sip Bailey's and you sip it slowly,
Cheers.
you know. Shots are for young pups like of course him, Dennis C, of course, as well. Okay, Olga
Yeah.
says she's late, but I'm here. Exactly.
No
Okay,
worries,
how many
Olga.
has that been for? Has that been four for you? Four shots for you so far? Amy
That's
Berry says,
That's
"Bailey's,
5.
then grandma go on." I could pull out some Bailey's. I do have some Mexican tequila as well, actually. See, I don't like shots too much, but I do like drinks, like mojitos, tequila sunrise. Like I like the nice, girly drinks. I don't know.
Yeah, no,
So,
there's nothing
maybe
wrong with
some
that.
nice wine, some nice wine. So, yeah, what are you having? What are you having there to drink
Me,
actually?
I've got so my favorite drink here, Grey Goose,
Oh,
and
wow.
these
Okay.
shots.
Let's see
These are
here.
light shots. It's Saint Germain. Ray Domingo loves this one.
Oh, man. How many
Yeah.
can you actually have? Seriously.
To be honest, I think that's what the fun thing about drinking is.
Mhm.
You
Ooh,
keep
that
going until
sounds
you find
good.
out. You walk all the way to the edge until you can't walk anymore.
Oh,
You
no,
know. I mean, obviously,
that's not gonna
sometimes
happen
you
for
just
me.
have one or two drinks,
Oh,
but
yeah. What's the most you've
sometimes you
ever had?
need to get lit
What's the most you've ever had on a stream?
on a stream. So on
Yeah.
my 1 year celebration, I had 7 drinks, and the way I poured them is probably equivalent to like a triple in or even a
Oh.
quadruple. So like 4 shots. So I had 7 of them and 20 shots.
That's crazy. You gotta be careful, though. You don't want anything happening to you. Gotta be a little careful. I've heard
I don't drink all the
Yeah.
time,
I've heard
but
some crazy incidences on Twitch where, like, someone drank too much and their stream was on. I won't say who it is, but, like, it was on all night, and people watched
well,
this
that one
person
must have been
pass out.
Elvin Cortez. Was that Elvin
I no,
Cortez?
I no, I won't say who it is.
He's done that a few times.
It was brutal, though. I heard it was, like, pretty bad. Like, I was like, "Oh, yeah, you just gotta be careful because your chat will encourage you, like Mr. Ray Domingo and some of
I
these
know he
guys in
wants to
there.
hear about my rap career, and D Wills is asking as
Like,
well.
they'll
This is,
encourage you, and then all of a sudden you can't breathe, and you're unconscious, so make sure you don't
yeah.
listen to everything that the chat is saying.
I know I do
Oh,
need to open up the option for my mods to raid me out just in case, because I know one day I'm gonna just have so much, and we're like,
oh my
time out,
gosh.
someone
Gotta be
take us out of here.
careful, not the greatest for your liver, but I like, there was
I drink a
someone
lot of
that
water when I'm not drinking alcohol. I balance it out.
oh, really? Oh, shoot. DJ Diamond Lee says he had, like, 21 shots. That's
21.
crazy.
Yep, yep, yep.
Katie says 17. Um, that is insane.
Yeah, there was another stream like that, Katie. Well, there's a lot of people here.
Fran, I
How
love
did
that Fran, I love that drink. That sounds really, really good. Watermelon rum with watermelon juice. Oh my gosh, that would be my drink. That would be a drink for me. So we will talk after. I should have made a drink like that. If I knew you were gonna have a drink, then I would have made a drink, but that's okay. Yeah.
Right, yeah, Mimi Berry, we're at 69 viewers again. Like,
Yeah, what's
I'm,
going on?
I'm
69
not saying
viewers.
that's
Wow.
a coincidence or not.
And they're not all robots, because last time I had, like, 100 people in, I got all excited, and then I was talking to, like, 50 robots by myself while my mods were laughing hysterically at me. I was having full conversations
Wow.
with them. So I'm
Well,
hoping I don't
I, s-
know.
yeah, no, I can see a lot of
Make sure
people. I
they're not
mean,
bots.
Tall Man
If
Brian
you're not a
B,
bot,
he,
post.
yeah, Tall Man Brian B dances like a robot, but he is actually a real person.
Oh, yeah? You know who dances like a robot like this? He's like this. "Hey, guys.
Yeah,
How's it going? I don't move my neck. I don't move my neck." It's,
well, that was good.
Greg Flowers. Greg Flowers. Have you seen Greg? I
Oh,
always bug Greg Flowers all the time He bugs me too. He says I bounce on my streams. It looks like I'm bouncing, but he's like this. I don't move my neck, guys. I'm playing house music, but I'm just like this. Like, don't you feel like he's like a little stiffer, right? But
Yeah,
someone
yeah.
said I was stiffer the other day too. I need to loosen up, which is true. So there was a question. I think I saw up here. Do you ever get nervous when you stream? Trying to look for it here.
Clark, he's not a bot. Hey, digs him out. Debbie G, welcome in. The Mystic Mountain Show. Hello, how are you doing?
So, where
Quiet
is this
Storm.
question? Yeah, it asks, do you ever get nervous streaming? I like that question.
Um, yes, is the short answer. It's not so much the talking to and communicating with the audience. It's more the technical aspect. I get nervous that something's going to go wrong,
Hmm.
be it the internet. From a DJing aspect, like sometimes I'm doing something new or something different. Like today, I was on Soul to Soul Wednesdays earlier. Honestly, I felt it was like my worst stream of the year. Like I made so many mistakes.
Hmm.
And I think back to, well, why did that happen? It's like, okay, I haven't streamed 8 p.m. my time for a while. I rushed home from work. I didn't have a lot of prep time. You start to kind of figure out these things, but at the same time, it was a fun set. We played some nice music. We had a good time. So yeah, it was a fun stream. But I didn't, and even the stream before, I did a lot of live blends. I've only ever done one live blend, and I did like half an hour of them straight. And some of them were pretty good, like they make a good edit, but some of them just didn't work. It didn't matter what I did with them, it was never going to work. And so, but I feel like I said, I did a post about it. It's about progress, not perfection. I'm not afraid to fail. And I find like some people, and it's normal, a lot of people are afraid to fail. I'm not afraid to fail. I'm
Hmm.
not afraid to look silly, if I'm trying to improve in whatever way, in that context. So I'm willing to do different things and push myself, and I think that's the best way to get better. I was talking yesterday to hey Mr. Boom, DJ Styles. I see you, fam.
Yeah, there's lots
um
of people. I just also want to thank
Thank you, fam.
Lino. Thank you, Lino, for subscribing, to my channel. I appreciate you for the 1 month. Thank you so much as well. And everyone that's coming through, there's so many people I'm looking at here too while I'm listening to you. So thank you guys, everyone, for coming through for sure.
Thanks, Juliet. Thanks,
Um,
Fran. I appreciate that.
yeah, that's awesome about not and that really helps. I think a lot of people, the biggest thing is just starting streaming, right? A lot of people are like, oh, I got to have it perfect, right? But with all
Yeah.
of us, none of our shows were perfect and they still aren't. I've had lots of things happen. Green screens falling. I had my fuse break in the middle of a show. I ran over my DJ cords that I just bought in the morning because I'm such a klutz. I hyperventilated. Most people don't know this, and I'm not going to say who it's with, but I literally hyperventilated when like two big raids came in where I couldn't catch my breath. So, have you had anything? I guess this goes back to this question. DJ Mr. Drew UK says, what scares you the most about streaming? Um, and sometimes you do get a bit nervous, right? Or do fumble a bit. So
Yeah.
people, I think people like to see not just perfection, but they like to see the human element of how a person is, right? And no one's perfect. Everyone's growing with their shows. It's taken us a long time to learn green screens, OBS. We're not just DJs, we've learned videography, photography, graphics, OBS. There's so much stuff with streaming and buying expensive equipment, lighting. So I think as a streamer, you've learned a variety of so many things, right? But have you
Yeah.
had any incidences where you've been like, a little scared or a little bit like, oh shoot, I just got raided by this person? Anything like that?
Yeah. Yeah, well, big up that different DJ in the chat and see Wolves. And it's funny, I see that different DJ there. We were talking yesterday, I surround myself with DJs better than me. It doesn't
Hmm.
mean everyone around me is a better DJ than me, but I'm not afraid to be around those people because, like Ray Domingo, like that different DJ, like Easy P, because I can learn from them, And like Easy P's been in my house standing right here. He gave me a couple of tips and it helps my transitions immensely. And when someone's been doing something at a high level for so long, it's difficult to close that gap. you know. So I'm not focused on being as good as this person or that person or him or
Mhm.
her. I'm focused on just getting better, you know, and
Mhm.
ultimately becoming the best version of myself. That's what I look at on Twitch and DJing and life and work and everything, you know. And I think that's what a lot of people get distracted, you know, looking left, looking right, tripping over, because they're too worried about what someone else is doing. Just focus on you and being the
Mhm.
best version of you can be. And that's what I try and do, you know, on Twitch, on my streams and off of the streams, you know. And you can always learn from everyone, no matter what their level. And yeah, I think just to answer the question specifically though, what scares me most is not being me, not being real. You know,
Hmm.
I might not come on stream and tell you my life story or get
Mhm.
or be deep, you know, give you some personal story. You know, I did that a little bit the other day with the Juneteenth raid. Shout out to Prodigy and Vancedale who put that together.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, that
that's,
was great.
you know, but for me, I want to be an authentic version of myself, and even if that's a part of me, the fun side, the dancing, joking, music kind of side, I think it's important to be authentic, you know, because if you're not being true to yourself, people will read that, and they won't
Mhm.
want to be around that.
Yeah, 100%. That's why I always, and there's so many people to ask, you know, and there's so many great people in this room that I've interviewed that I've been honored to just sit down and have a conversation with. So I thank all you guys for taking me on 2 years of interviews and different things like that, you know. And I agree with you that that's who I look for. Those are the type of people I want to have on my show. You know, that's why I asked you and so many of these amazing people in the room before as well. Um, to come on because I really look for people in this industry. I always talk about the egos. We have so many egos, you know, and everyone's sizing each other up, and it could be very, very competitive. But it's like if we're more real with each other and just showcase our true, authentic personalities, you know, and believe that there's no one like you out there. So there's a door open for each and every one of us. It's not just one person that can make partner or go further on Twitch or even off of Twitch. You know, there's enough opportunities and doors in this world for everyone. That's what I believe, you know. So I appreciate you saying that because it's the truth. And I
No,
think people
definitely,
need to do
and you
that
know,
more.
even in Mimi Berry, thank you for the gifted sub. Appreciate that. I should really have done it myself.
Yeah,
Apologies, I'll
thank you
make
so
it
much,
later.
Mimi Berry, for
Um,
the gifted sub. Yeah.
yeah, and Eva, welcome in. You know, but to that point, it's like my mod team and
Hmm.
the viewers, and I say viewers loosely because honestly I look at them as friends, and I'm very fortunate because I'm in London. I actually get to see them a lot, be it at Ray Domingo's AITT link ups or a Volafam event or that different DJs DJing here or there or Mr. Drew's doing this and that. I get to meet so many people like in person, you know, to hang out with them, spend time with them, you know, and then to show maybe a bit more of what you kind of limit a little bit on stream, you know, and
Hmm.
you know even those like that aren't in the UK, you know, we still have that interaction, be it FaceTimes, we even have Zoom calls. A shout out to my DJs United crew. Hopefully, we can talk a little bit about that, but later on in the interview. But you know, for me, I'm really blessed,
Hmm.
you know, to have a great group of people around me from the DJs from the UK and abroad, particularly in the US, that show me love and support me. And you know, I've got much love for them as well, especially my mod team, Team DCD.
Yeah, for sure. That's so awesome. That's so good. Now, a few people asked about your rap or trap career. What's that all about?
Right, this is the problem when we let you. We should really have policed who we allowed in this chat, okay? Because we have got
Mhm.
all the troublemakers here. I see
I,
you
wa- I
guys.
want to hear it. I want to hear it because
Yeah,
I just heard you spit some
first of
patois.
all,
I know you got bars. I know you got bars like Common somewhere in there.
no, I have bars, yeah. I won't be spitting any today. I have bars, yeah. But so
Okay.
I did not have a rap career, first of all. Yeah, Ray, I know you started that. But you know, so all right, on stream we have redemptions, okay? So we all do, right?
Mhm.
And I was trying to look around to see, okay, like what's kind of I don't think you can be super original with a redemption, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Because so many people are doing so many things. Like look at that different DJ has he's used like 10,000 redemptions in his Twitch career over his 5,000 streaming hours,
Mhm.
right? So he would have covered a lot of things, you know. So I try and think, okay, what do I think my audience would find entertaining, that
Mhm.
I feel comfortable doing, and that's where we kind of do, you know, the shot clock. We do the Drake dance. Kiki. Anyway, which by the way we did on Ray Stream on Friday. We
Hmm.
did the Drake dance and the Rayonce back to back. That was a level 5 hat trick. That was a good time. And then we have bars, but that's a lot of points. In fact, Mimi Berry, I'm pretty sure, or on Juliet, I think I owe you guys some bars, right? So you can remind me that later. So yeah, you know, just do a little MC, like everyone back in London, back in the day when I came up, you know,
Hmm.
everyone kind of had their little music DJ crew, and everyone got on a microphone at certain points. And I had my little crew. That's why I raced as I was a road man. That's not true, you know. But
Hmm.
you know, everyone has a past, and yeah, that's what we used to do. Me and my little Brixton Clapham crew. We used to the true, yeah, I know. Staying about 69, isn't it? But yeah. Oh,
Not
one thing.
anymore. We got 70 viewers.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
It was
Yeah, we
probably 69 when oh, never mind. This is gonna sound
yeah.
bad. I was gonna say it's probably 69 when Ray Domingo came in the chat because
When
he's trouble.
it's
'Cause he's trouble.
69, the only way
But that
is
just
up.
sounded wrong. So just erase that from your memory. Just erase that from your
Well, one thing
anyways.
I do want to touch on, just in case, you know, I have too many shots and forget, right? So I
Oh
want to address
no.
this is
Yeah.
a serious topic, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Um,
Oh no.
so me and Prodigy, we have fun, right? And Vancedale as well, right? And
Mhm.
what was funny at the time, but in hindsight quite annoying, was they created this idea that I was like rich, right? And I've got my own money. And then look at my face. They distorted this picture with some weird face, like that kind of looks somewhat like me.
Mhm.
They created this whole theme about DCD, David C. Dennis is rich, he's got his own money, right? Now,
Mhm.
first of all, right, I'm not trying to give a sob story to anyone here, yeah. But when you come up the way I come up, it's important people understand where you came from so they know where you're at. Yeah.
Mhm.
So like for me, like with my family, like we grew up in, you know, in Brixton, on Brixton Hill on a high-rise estate, you know, squatting for the first 10, 11 years, until we were able to get a council flat and residence and move out, you know. So when you come from that
Mhm.
background,
Mhm.
you tend to appreciate everything, you know. And one of the things about Twitch that people get twisted or confused on is I could have £100, right, and give
Mhm.
£100 away, yeah, and another man could have £1,000 and give £10 away, right? To the untrained eye, they're like, "Wow, this guy's rich, he's balling," you know. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
no,
It's
you
true.
know, just just because you're more generous than someone else, it doesn't make you better than them, but it
Mhm.
certainly doesn't mean by necessity that you're rich or
Mhm.
you're in a better position. Like I know people that, you know, like no names mentioned, you know, they're rocking certain cars or certain like houses and properties and investments. I'm not gonna call out their names, but it's like, how can you tell me that like I'm balling or I'm rich? You don't know that. You don't know my story. But at the same time, you know, I feel like so when I came into Twitch through the pandemic, I was made redundant. So retail took a big hit. I worked in retail.
Mhm.
And I spent the first few months getting all of my key team members that I could that were based in the UK into work. And then I focused on myself, you know, and then I got a job. And now, like I went to Bermuda the other day. I could never afford that holiday. I won that holiday at work, you know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I went God.
Amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah, like I think the only thing I bought was like a bottle of water at the airport. Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, I just want people to think about that. Like, you know, just because you see someone giving doesn't mean they're in a better position than anyone else in particular. But at the same time, like I appreciate everyone that gives anything to me. But the most important thing, and I know some of my regulars know this already, that you can give to me is your time. Like, you know, in Ray Domingo, you posted something about it earlier. It's funny you said that. It's like time is the one thing you cannot get back once you give it,
Mhm.
you know. So when people are coming in my stream or lurking or just like there, or people was in my stream earlier, they're here now, like that's a blessing. That's
Yeah.
real love, you know, because
Mhm.
you can't put a price on that. And that's why I appreciate so many of these people that we see in the chat, amazing people that we see in the chat that support me, that support Team DCD, support my DJs United family, you know, and I truly appreciate that, honestly.
Yeah, and it looks like you got true support here with 66 people in my chat, you know? So, big up to everyone
Yeah,
always supporting. And I love that you said that because I think that's so true. We live in such a social media age and era, and I always talk about that. Like, there's so much highlights posted everywhere that everything looks perfect. You go to Facebook, you know, you see these picture perfect families and these kids, you know, you go to Instagram and you see the highlight reels of perfection of beauty of what beauty should be, you know, but it's not really realistic. Like people don't realize how many hours those people are spending on reels to make it look perfect, right? Like say if you're a social influencer, people don't realize how many hours or even I guess, you know, thinking about it this way, even with families, when you're looking on Facebook and you're scrolling through so many timelines of your friends and family, and then you find out maybe they may have like domestic situations at home that no one knew about, right? So I think it's really important to showcase because we see enough highlights, you know? So it's really truly important to always be yourself and be authentically who you are, whether it's popular or not. um, I remember starting this show and hearing from so many DJs it's never going to work because talking about maybe some deeper issues or something that is a bit more real is just not going to be popular like whatsoever. You know, you need something ratchet, you need something like out there, but I'm like, but I'm not really that. So I don't really want to, you know, do that because that's just not me, right? And it
no,
took some time, but you got to be authentically who you are too. And you're right, it is a perception when people see people like just giving a lot of money, they're just like, oh, wow, that guy's a baller, right? I see it all the time in sales, like guys that drive Mercedes, wear the suits, wear the watches, but then they don't even make a sale. So
yeah,
I always find
I
the
hear
ones that
you.
are successful don't say anything. They
Yeah,
just keep
and
it
you know,
quiet.
and I know. By the way, I know. Like to the way I started that point, Prodigy and Vansdale. I know they had no ill intention. Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah,
with their joke at all. In fact, it was pretty funny. Other than the fake picture, ugly picture they used for me for the money. Yeah,
yeah.
it's pretty funny. But and I know some people ran with the joke, but I wanted to make it clear. Like I don't make. I'm not a rich man by any means. Like I don't own things. You know, but
Hmm.
I the money I make on Twitch, like I pretty much put it back into Twitch. Now
Hmm.
you could argue, like, see if let's say I make £300 this month, I guarantee you, I'll give gifted subs and bits of £500. So I lose money being on Twitch. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's my choice. Yeah, but
Hmm.
don't ever get it twisted and think it's because I've got that money to lose. It's because I want to do that. Like the feeling I get from doing that to support my friend or this person or this situation or this charity, like, you know, it gives me a great gratification. And, you know I'm helping other people as well. So I just wanted to make that point really razor sharp, clear. Yeah.
Hmm.
Just because you show love, there's many reasons behind it. And it certainly
Yeah,
isn't
I
because I'm
agree. And most
so
people
I've got
don't
a
really.
picture of a lion behind me. Some
Yeah.
people got green screens and Star Wars in the background and all sorts. Yeah, I ain't got that kind of internet.
Hmm.
So
Oh,
we
I
do
hear
the
you.
best.
That's why I
We do,
freeze. That's why
we do the
Vansdale
best
bugs
we
me.
can with what we've got over here.
Yeah.
And we
That's
enjoy
why
it as much as we can.
no, it's true. It's true. Even with my Wi-Fi, man, sometimes it could be so brutal and everyone's like, "Honey Flo, pay your AOL bill." Do you know AOL? AOL is like probably just as old as MySpace. I don't know if you guys
Yeah,
had
no,
MySpace in the
we know about
UK or
AOL.
AOL. Yeah, but no, that's a good point. I'm glad you raised that because it's all perception. What people see in front of the camera, they never know what is behind the camera, and and I think that's good that you mentioned that because it is perception on how we view things, but not everything is as it appears, especially on social media. So, people are not going to share their true business with you unless if they're close to you or you don't really know what's going on. Like a lot of streamers lost their jobs, in quarantine, including myself, and I was like hustling mad crazy. No one knew that I was doing this full time. And with streaming, like how tough it is doing daily shows a day, grinding and trying to make it work and happen. And when you would tell people that, then they'd be like, "Oh, it just sounds like you want this," but they didn't understand that. Well, it's a bit different when you're just doing it for fun, and when Or
Yeah,
if you're trying to do it full time, it's a bit different when people don't know your exact situation, right? Unless if you
no,
share it. But
definitely.
things do change, and I'm glad things are picking up in the world for everyone, including retail and, different things that we've all been, part of. Things are picking up now, and I'm so grateful for that too. And think of it like even this, global pandemic, we've really been able to connect with people we would have never, ever connected with in the world. So I think that's extra special too, like, just seeing all your names and faces on a regular basis is uh, definitely grateful for that too as well with my show. So big shout out to everyone here that's in the chat trying to catch all your messages too. I think I saw a few more questions here. Katie asked, when is the Versus set happening with Prodigy?
Well, I'm going to keep this one short because Prodigy's getting way too many mentions here. But yeah, it's going to happen on July the 14th, 10 p.m. UK time, 5 p.m. Eastern time, versus Prodigy versus DCD. We're going to have all kind of shenanigans. I'll put the initial pre-flyer out tomorrow, and yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Should be good fun. Prodigy and I know each other very well. So yeah, this should be interesting with the music, the dances, the drinking, and all the shenanigans in between. So
Should
it
be
should be good.
fun, should be fun. Another great guy too is DJ Quiet Storm. I was
Big up
challenging
DJ
him
Quiet
on
Storm.
his stream to do really crazy stuff. I'm like, "Yeah, if you think you could juggle, I wanna see you put your hand behind your head, put your elbow here, do a backflip." Like, I was telling this guy to do everything on his stream, and this guy literally did everything and juggled at the same. I could
Wow.
not believe it. It was like the best. It was the funniest, like, such a fun show. He's another guy you gotta watch out for if you wanna add someone to the shenanigans. Um,
Yeah, no, most definitely. And
yeah.
on that note, before we get to that question, talking about DJs, so I want to big up my DJs United crew. So without going down too big a tangent, so we have a group that a lot of people are in groups, yeah, on Twitch,
Mhm,
right?
for sure.
Viewers,
Yeah.
let me give you a glimpse behind the curtain because no one's going to give you the real talk like DCD, right?
Mhm.
So a lot of DJs or streamers are in groups, right? Now, some of them are just friend groups. Some knew each other before Twitch, or they come out from Insta or wherever. Some have been formed organically. Some is based on the area, genre. Like there's a lot of like house DJs. Loads of house DJs are in groups and stuff like that. And
Mhm.
there's been a new wave of groups in the last like 7-8 months, based off of Tweak Music Tips, DJ Kova. Yeah,
Mhm.
these like mastermind groups. A lot of people are either in these groups, have been in these groups, or at least aware of these groups, right? Now, I think in principle, it's a good idea. And I see some of them in the chat. DJ Reg, I see you, fam. DJ Styles, um, Sonia, I see you. Hey, um, so the idea is to kind of help each other, improve your streams, build your communities, and if people want to push for partners, help them push for partner.
Mhm.
So there's many of these groups in existence. So I'm in a group called DJs United. So we are an independent group. Okay, we have no direct affiliation with Tweak or Cova. We have previously worked with them. We understand the concept. We appreciate the lessons that we were able to take away. But the reason we kind of do our own thing is because we want a bit more of a fluid structure to how we support. We want to support us as a group, but we want to be able to support everyone. There are people we knew before in the group. There's going to people, people that have come along the way, and we want to be able to give our support to everyone. So there's no
Mhm.
limit to like who's in the group or and also who we support. And that was important to us. We didn't want to work in a kind of, let's say, a militant style where you have to get to this stream at this time at this day. It's like
Yeah,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
exactly. Yeah, and
You
you
know,
gotta, like, post everyone's social media posts and this and this
yeah,
and this,
I'm
and
not.
then if you don't, you're blacklisted. It's just like
Yeah.
it's too
That
much pressure because
yeah. That
Twitch shouldn't be so much pressure. It should just also be it should be fun, and I think I don't know, I personally my views on that is organically may take a long time to grow, but I've always been more like, "Hey, if 5 people show up on my stream, it's all good." If 20 people
yeah.
do, 100 people, like, that's great too, but I'm not gonna be focused on that number, and it's just too much. I think organically is always the best way, but people have told me that that's not going to work. So, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Well,
But
I'll
who
tell you
says
now.
that?
Like
Who says it's not going to work? Like who,
it,
I've
it's
seen it
worked.
working for people.
It's worked for some people, and it will work
Mhm.
for more people, right? But
Mhm.
for me personally, I think if you work in a particular way where you're in one group and you only support that group and you don't do nothing else, go nowhere else, it's actually counterintuitive to growth.
Mm.
Because you're going to get to that line of diminishing returns where you can't grow anymore because you're limited by your whole philosophy.
Mhm.
So I actually think the whole that's all Ray, Ray, this is a serious point. Stop saying these questions, yeah.
I know I
So
see some questions going up
yeah,
here.
but just to wrap up this point, so in our group, what we kind of have it kind of loosely like, look, you support each other when you can, as best you can. If
Yeah,
you
I
can
think
make it,
that's good. I think that's
vote,
good.
chat, if you can hang out, great. Let's keep each other informed, and let's support each other. And I have to say thank you so much to all of the team. I see a
Mhm.
lot of you in the chat, DJ OE Prodigy, Mr. Drew, Diva, Captain Diamond, D-Man, and what I love about the crew, shout out to Prodigy, you made partner recently. We got, a couple of people pushing real close,
Mhm.
as well. But what I love about the group is we're open to support anyone and everyone, and because of that, we're getting support from any and everyone as well, and that extends from the viewers through to other streamers and DJs as well. So yeah, if you ever hear us mention that, know that the name speaks for itself. It's about unity. It's about coming together. It's about supporting each other because a lot of
Mhm.
us have the same goals, right? I want to, it's rare that there's going to be someone that says, I don't want to improve my stream. I don't want to grow my community.
Mhm.
I think we're all in a position where we'd love to improve our stream, even if it's little things here and there.
For
Um,
sure.
and,
Yeah.
and of course, we want to grow our community. And that's when I talk about people giving time being so valuable. That look view you give, that host you give, that just being in the background while you're working and turning it down low, yeah, that could be the difference in someone making partner or not. Now, to you, that's nothing, yeah, but to that
Mhm.
person, it can make all the difference in the world, you know. So I think, for me, I would ask everyone, if you can, just do the little things, because little things that accumulate over time could be a big thing,
For sure.
and I
Like even
think
hosting a stream really helps, right?
really,
Um,
deserve that.
mhm. Yeah, that's true. Even if you're not there, like I know some people even have a few devices. They're just like, "Hey, we'll host for you," which is always nice. Like just those little efforts like definitely help, you know what I mean? But I think balance is good cuz it's great to push numbers, but if that's like your only focus, I don't know. It could be a little it can for me it could be a little much. Like I think it's good for people to
Yeah.
push partner, but some are just like driving it into the ground, like asking for
Look at
raids
some
like
people
every
turned up
day.
on
It's
Twitch
just
on a
too
partner
much.
push.
It's like,
These people turning up on Twitch the first day and they're on a partner push. You're not DJ Premier, bro. Like people need to be realistic out here.
but I think
And
it's all perception too, because I've interviewed some
lack of
amazing people,
education,
and
honey.
they
You don't
yeah
understand.
Mhm. Yeah, like, they do amazing things, like, in real time, right? But people would never know that because they're very humble, and, I mean, like, guys that I've interviewed work for, like, Chris Brown and Usher and Tony Braxton and, like, Michael Motion, I think, is such an amazing guy, and he works for the Rick D Show, 200 shows across the world. Like, if there's anyone that could brag, D Scan, same thing, an amazing producer. If there's anyone could
Yeah,
brag, it could be those guys, and that's why I love bringing those guys on my show, all you guys actually, because they show humility. They don't need to prove, because I think we live in a day and age where social media, the number is your what is it? Is kind of your
define you.
status, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, like it's kind of like whether you're important or not, but really what's a number? If you have 20,000 people on your page on Instagram or on Twitch or on YouTube, you have 30 people show up. What's the difference, you know? So that's the only thing I don't like about, I guess, this day and age is that your number is your worth. And I always have to remind myself and pull back that that's not your worth, like whatsoever, you know?
yeah.
Because you
Like,
could very much get in that comparison game. When you look at people, they may not have like 20,000 people here on Twitch, they should, But then you go your in their Instagram, they have 20,000 people, right? So what determines your worth? And that's why I don't really, although it's good to push for partner, I don't want to focus on that number, because that doesn't determine my worth. Like
Yeah.
whether two people are here or 100 people, that's not going to determine my worth at the end of the day. It's just a number. So,
Yeah, no, I agree with what you said. Like for me personally, though, it's about goals, right? So I
true.
everything I do, I have goals. All right. So the first goal I had this year was to be on the Soul Train raid train. And some people are
Hmm.
like, so why is that a goal? Well, it's the biggest award-winning, prestigious raid train. I felt it'd be a big achievement to get on there, and I achieved that fortunately. So then now I'm kind of in a bit of limbo. I'm still enjoying
Hmm.
myself. I'm still growing, but like that's when I start to look at unlocking partner. To be honest, I don't think I'll be able to necessarily come partner. Obviously, I would love to, but it's so difficult for UK European streamers because your average has to be so much higher than it does to have to be in America, for instance. So that's a
Hmm.
statistical fact. um, and so I'm not sure I'll be able to achieve it. But what would be good is to unlock the ability to apply for it, because then that's another goal achieved. So for me, it's not about, it doesn't define me. If I'm unable to achieve that, well, then maybe my average is 60 or 65, 70 viewers. It's not, that's not what's defining me. What's
Hmm.
pushing me is it's good to have goals. Like they say, if
Hmm.
without goals, you can run up and down the field all day and never score you know so again, that's why I'm always looking for the next goal to push me forward and to push me on. And you know what, if I fail, if I miss, I'll be glad that I tried, because that's one thing I'd rather regret the chances I did take than the ones I didn't. What if I didn't start DJing and streaming again? I wouldn't have met all these amazing people. So
Oh, for
yeah,
sure.
that's
Yeah,
my
I
take.
definitely.
I hear your point as well.
Yeah, definitely. So what is your actual goal then for Twitch now? Like what is like do you want to actually become partner if you had the opportunity? Like not looking at all the obstacles cuz let's face it, it is hard. It's not easy. Like I don't
Yeah,
feel like Twitch makes it easy. I feel like I wish they would have had like a middle ground where between affiliate to something to partner, because a lot
yeah.
of people do end up giving up. I think every streamer has been there too because it's a lot of work. It's a crazy grind. What do you think? Like, okay, first I'll ask what your goal is for Twitch, but and then also, yeah, I'll ask you the next question after actually.
Sure,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, like I guess I'll break it down. So my number one priority is to continue doing what I'm doing, which is having fun, connecting with my team, the audience, and those that support me, and trying to give them that support back as much as I can. So that's the main thing I want to do, because I'm really enjoying myself, and I enjoy myself even more because I know for a fact there are people that enjoy what I do, which I never knew would be the case until I was doing it.
Mhm.
So that's my priority. Of course, to the point we just talked about, I would love to be able to unlock a partner with a 75 average. My
Mhm.
average has been floating around 65 for a while.
That's great
Um,
though. It's good. Yeah.
yeah, so and it's been a little bit higher than that. It's been a bit lower than that. But when you start to get, I always told myself if someone was in that range, they should start to think about it. And
Mhm.
then I wasn't
Mhm.
thinking about it. And then I spoke to a few different people, and it was kind of, Miss Princess, go hard or go home. That's funny. Um, I wasn't thinking. I was like, why not?
Mhm.
Like, why not just try and push up your average? And that's where I say, like a host or alert, if you can make a difference. And you know what, it might not happen. And I also, honestly, if I could unlock the application as a goal achieved, I think it would be way harder to actually become partner, especially in Europe, because you're probably going to need an average of 120, I think, come that time, and definitely over 100. Whereas in the US, you could do probably 80, 85 would get you through. So yeah, without moving to the US, it'll be a challenge, but it's one I will factor into my goals, but it won't
Mhm.
change me and what I'm doing. That's right, Diva, quality over quantity.
Yeah, I agree too. I
It
agree.
won't change me on what I'm doing, but yeah, if I was to get into a position where that was a possibility, I wouldn't say no.
Yeah. Okay. Now there was a few questions I'm just looking up here that I might have missed as well. Someone asked, "What is your day job?" a lot earlier. It's up to you if you want to say it. You don't have to, but
I don't mind.
it's
I
someone
work
was
in
saying.
retail, so as I said, I worked in retail most of my life, in management most of that time, and yeah, I work as a European retail director for an optical retailer.
Oh, okay, cool. Do you get any
Yeah, it
freebies?
sounds I
Any
must say
freebies?
it sounds way more glamorous than it actually is, but
Yeah. That
that's my
sounds interesting.
yeah, we sell glasses and sunglasses basically.
Ooh, so do you have a lot of sunglasses and glasses from them at all?
I do, but I get in trouble because a lot of mine are like, like certain brands that we don't sell. So yeah, that
Oh, don't say
we
that.
sell some really nice ones. For anyone that knows where I work, you come and get them from there. But no,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I have quite a few different brands I like to wear in terms of sunglasses. But yeah, all my glasses are from my company.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. DJ Mr. Drew UK says your next target is to keep your shirt on. Yeah, we're gonna get to that. So what happened there? I came in your stream the other day. I'm like, this guy
You
is
know,
like
you know what it
dancing
is,
like
honey. I'll be honest,
Jodeci.
yeah. I'll be honest with
I'm like,
you.
what's going
Some
on
people
here?
like Mr. Drew, they're just too boring, right? You know, let's have a laugh. Like, so I'm first, all right, let me rewind a bit, okay? So we came up with, so shout out to Les and Miss Ray, who
Hmm.
suggested the two entire Ray train, right? So in winter, this was the best idea, right? Let's put our suits on, let's put a three-piece to tie the pocket square, let's go for it. And we had a lot of fun,
Hmm.
and then from the second one, Mr. Drew kind of took over the lineup and stuff like that. And it was going great. And then summer came,
Hmm.
right? And I don't know what you work in or you go to work in, right? And in the UK, even 80 degrees for us is like 100 to you. Yeah, we're just not used to it.
Hmm.
It's like, oh my god, it's so hot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're not used to
um,
it here too.
yeah. So like basically, when I come on stream, I'm like, man, it's hot, So I'm like, and I've seen a couple of DJs before me, like wearing all their suit or getting
Hmm.
dressed on the stream like Drew. I'm
Yeah.
like, man, I ain't trying to be getting dressed. I'm hot. I'm taking this off. I'm taking it off.
Hmm.
you know? And some people talk about like taking everything off, yeah, like, which I guess I've almost done a couple of times, right? But you can't just go bare chest, bare top on stream. Your stream will get shut down. I don't think a lot of people understand
I
that.
think you could do that. Why can't you do that? I've seen a
Can
lot
you
of
do that?
interesting things on
If
Twitch.
someone can send me evidence, yeah, I'm willing to do that.
I've
I'll tell
seen
you what.
it. How many people have seen it? Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat.
You're not picking up for the ones. Yeah. So yeah, I kind of push it to the edge a bit.
Mhm.
Um, but you know what? The prime number one, the main number one reason is because it's hot. Number two because
That
it's
was the
fun.
number 1 reason, come on. The
The
number
number one
1
reason
reason is because it was hot when you were streaming. So you don't
it
have a
was really
fan.
hot,
You
honestly.
don't
And
have a
then
fan?
two, it's fun, and I try and like encourage the other
You don't wanna say you were feeling yourself just a little bit? Just a little
no,
tiny, tiny bit?
no, no. I
Come
mean, have a
on.
good
I was
time.
watching that show. I thought that was hilarious, by the way.
Oh,
It had me
honey
dying
Flo, the
laughing.
thing is, honey
I'm
Flo, yeah,
like,
I'm
"Who
not
is
shy.
this guy? I've never seen this side of you before. I clearly need to go to your shows more often because I've never
Look,
seen this before."
generally I'm a gentleman, but at the same time, if you want to have some fun,
No, you
you
were
might need
like
to put your shirt
Jodeci.
on.
You're like, "Come and talk to me." That day, you were, like, definitely feeling yourself. You're definitely Jodeci. Like, "Come and talk to me." I felt like you just watched that video. What is it? "I'll Cry for You" with Jodeci. You guys remember that video when they're in their "Oh, that's what you need. You need a leather vest. That's what you need." Like, I don't even understand. You reminded me of Jodeci when they're in the desert and they have the leather vest and the leather pants on, and
You,
they're singing
honey
like,
Flo,
"I'll
you're
cry for
giving
you."
them so many. Who wants to see the leather vest? Let's see those DCD hearts.
Yeah, I wanna see the leather vest guys. I think that would be hilarious. And then, of course,
Oh my
when guys
god.
hit the gym a lot more, they're feeling themselves even more, so, they're not only grunting at the gym, but they're also, like, wearing tighter stuff, shorter stuff, like the gray shorts. Why don't you do that on your stream? Do the gray short thing that's go have you seen that going around Twitch? I think it's called the
I heard it
Hoochie
was like some
Daddy. Who
grey
is it the Hoochie
grey
Daddy
pants or
shorts?
something. I'm willing to do that.
Oh, you're willing to do that? But you
Yeah,
have to
what?
make sure you work on your hamstrings. Like, you can't there
I'm
can't be
good.
a man alive that is willing to do that and wearing short shorts this summer, and they're not working on their hamstrings. That's gonna
Yeah,
be a
no,
problem.
my legs have been ready. So that's another thing. You know what? One
Your
of the
legs
things
have been
we're
ready.
going to talk about. So I guess the biggest thing which is really contradicts the
DJ
drinking, by
C
the way.
Sharp Warp says, "No leather, please." You know?
T-Wolves, man. It's so no fun.
Oh, Friendler says yes, hoochie shorts. I don't know. You
Gucci
guys gotta watch
shorts,
it.
you know, you
The
lot are wrong.
video's hilarious. I'm gonna try to do a video and find some suspect out there with short shorts. They could be old, like a grandpa, but I'm gonna videotape them and start catcalling them. I think it would be fun
Yeah,
to
well,
do.
Honeyflow, speaking of legs, so I think if we're talking about what I do when I'm not streaming, which I know the drinking will confuse people with this, but
Mhm.
um one of my next outside of streaming challenges is I'm preparing for my sixth Dan black belt grading in
Oh,
Taekwondo.
wow.
So
Oh,
I've been
geez. Excuse me. Excuse me.
I've been training for about 30 years, aging
Oh,
myself in
really? Oh,
very
shoot.
young. Yeah, so I had my first black belt when I was 13 years old. I used to compete for the national team and internationally for Britain as well. So yeah, I've had my fifth Dan black belt, so I'm a master in Taekwondo. I've had that for a while,
Oh, wow.
and
That's
now
cool.
it's time for me to go for my sixth Dan. But I don't talk
That's a
about it too much on stream. Although I will give a little spoiler alert for the
mhm.
Clash of Prodigy. This these skills will be on display. I ain't gonna say no more than that because they'll be able to prepare. But watch this space.
Oh, man. Jeez. Are you watching some of these comments here? I'm dying. DJ
I know.
Dub Kush says, "No leather vest. Yes, on the net shirt with red, green, and gold." Or it's kind of technically yellow, not really gold, Dub Kush. But don't worry, we'll train you because you are like Canadian. So, Dub Kush, for all you guys that don't know, is celebrating Canada Day this weekend. We always bug him about being Canadian over American because he's just like a typical guy in Toronto to all of us. Let's see. DJ Quietstorm says DCD said, "If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready." So yeah,
That's
uh,
big facts, brother.
Sonia is now demanding a body roll. Can you actually do a body roll? Not to put you on the spot, but I'm curious. Are you
I
able
can.
to
I'm
do a
not gonna
body
do
roll?
one now, but Sonia, I owe you one, Sonia. I promise. Yeah. You
So
know what it
you're
is?
able
Because
to do body rolls then?
of course, way better than Prodigy. He's stiff as an ironing board lately. Have you
He
seen
is
that guy?
not stiff. Have you
Embarrassing.
seen his back? That guy's flexible, man. His
He's
back's like
stiff. I'm
this.
telling you.
Like,
Honey, he
Prodigy
changed.
could go all the way back more than a girl. Like, I'm
Okay,
like, "How in
you
the
tell
world
him.
can"
He
I'm
used to
like, "Did
really
this guy do
give it some,
cheerleading in
and
high
now
school?
he's
How
just
come
like,
I
oh,
can't?
you
I
know,
can't do that."
where's
How does a
my tattoo?
man
Where's my tank top?
how does a man bend like, be able to bend that much? I don't know. I can't do it. That hurts my back. It hurts my back even watching
You
Prodigy's,
know, I
like,
mean, maybe he's
body
good at bending
rolls.
over, but yeah, the
Yeah,
body roll.
oh, geez, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh, don't even try it. Don't even try
I've
it.
seen
I
one
will
in the
pay
chat.
don't
No,
even
but what I
think
will
about it.
say, yeah, because what I will say, when Prodigy does the body roll properly, it is very
Mhm.
good. Yeah,
It is
it's
good. Like, he doesn't
yeah, it's
fall
just
over
he
or
doesn't
anything.
do it often enough.
Oh man,
Yeah,
are you guys
and he
serious?
recently has like a B Tech
Ah,
version. You know, it's like what is going on? We call it the spring roll. Yeah, we call it the spring roll, where it's like it's kind of half-hearted. You know, it's like oh, I have to do it,
no, but
and
it
charging
isn't though.
40,000
He
40,000
go
channel points for a
he
body roll.
bends though. It's
This
like,
is ridiculous.
how is he able to bend that
We should
much?
be reported.
I think he does yoga. I really think he does yoga and Pilates, and he's not telling us. I think that's
Oh
his
no, he
day
does.
job.
Yeah, that's his real thing.
He does it in spandex, maybe. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe you guys can stream together and do a show that
I don't
way.
understand this OE question. Cook me stuff expensive now. What does that mean?
Stuff expensive now? I don't get what that means, DJ
Yeah,
OE.
OE, can
Okay,
you elaborate, please?
it looks like Sonia just redeemed the Batman mask, and I don't like you very much, Sonia. I don't like you today.
Oh, what we
They
getting
just
dressed up?
redeemed it. Well, because I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting to take off this stupid redemption thing for my interviews. Thank God they didn't do it when I was doing my human trafficking raid, or like interviewing that organization. But yeah, Sonia just, I gotta run and grab my mask because she just redeemed it. So do you want to talk to
No
the
worries.
chat?
Go grab your
If you see
mask.
any, if okay, if you see
I'll
any
take over
questions,
proceedings.
in the chat, you could definitely answer them as well.
Yeah, let's have a look
And
at the chat. Come
I'll
on,
be
give me your
right
best
yeah,
question.
I'll be right back. Sonia, I'm
No
gonna get
problem.
you. Gonna get you. Okay,
Big
I'll
up
be right back.
Sonia. Yeah, no worries. Tilt 247. Welcome in. How we doing? So Owie, so first of all, Owie, you can definitely stay with me if you come to the UK. But what's this cook me stuff expensive now? I don't know what I mean. Owie, can you rephrase this question? Dubka, should I drop some bars? You know what I'm about to? No, wait, no, I'm not gonna do it. Wait for my show. If you want beef, I can serve you that all day. We can offer late and stone to eat the Broadway. Just forget the foreplay. Jump right in. Fight to the death. No long thing. All right, no. Wait to the show. Wait to the show. Aisle two. What's aisle two? All right, let's pour a shot. Is anyone else drinking? Who wants to hear some more New Zealandish?
Okay, this
Oh,
story is like
yeah, I was
like
very
one of
well
your.
behaved. You didn't miss anything.
Okay, this story, I can't even go into this story. I gotta just do it. But I am gonna kill Sonia. I am gonna get you. Thank you for the 69 bits, Sonia. I'm gonna kill you for real. So there's
69. Let's
definitely a
go.
story with this Batman
Cheers.
mask. This is a redemption, so I have to wear it. Uh, Facebook, YouTube. Don't think I'm crazy. I'm a pretty normal person. This is something
Do you like
DJ
dressing up
Oli would
for
wear.
the show?
Actually, I don't mind. It's kind of fun, actually.
Mm.
Jeez. No, this is okay. I feel like I have to explain this story. It's just so weird, you know? Okay, you were on Prodigy and Vance Dell and like the Comic-Con raid, right? You
Yeah,
were
I
on
was
that raid?
dressed as the Flash.
Okay, so basically I basically went to the store and I was trying to look all cute and get a Catwoman mask. I was like watching Catwoman movies or like clips all day. So I went to
Yeah.
the store, I'm like, should I be Catwoman or should I be Wonder Woman? And then I had the whip and I'm like, like that in the store. Whatever, guys, Wonder Woman. So I'm like, ooh, this is kind of fun. So I bought this mask and then I got in my car and then I look over, there's a couple looking at me. I didn't even realize, and I gave Vance Dell a call and I was like, hey, why does Catwoman look so angry? Catwoman's not supposed to look like this. It looks like she's got Botox right here. Why does she look so angry? And he started laughing at me. He's like, dude, that's not like Catwoman. That's like, you got a Batman mask. You got the wrong mask. So I'm talking to him in my car. I look over, I see this couple looking at me, eyes down to the ground, thinking I'm nuts because I'm talking to myself with a mask on, not even thinking. Anyways, that's kind of what happened. And it just got worse when I did the show because I was playing Ice Cube. You could put your back, what's that song? You can do it, put your back
You can
into
put your
it.
back into it.
And then I was telling people I want to beat them up. So I'm like, I'm like that in front of the camera making noises, right? And
Oh,
I'm like beating
yeah.
up people. I'm
Okay.
going crazy, but I wasn't really listening to the lyrics of Ice Cube. You can do it, put your back into it. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
those three things combined are like the worst thing ever. If anyone knows me, knows that I wouldn't do that. You would do that. Me, I wouldn't do that. So,
Listen,
anyways,
you know
that's the
what?
story.
There's no need to be shy. Were you looking for like the full levers and the whip and everything?
No,
Just
I
the
don't
mask.
like this mask.
The
It
chat
looks
want to
so
know. They want to know
angry.
all the
Look at
details.
this. Looks like they got Botox over here. Like Batman it doesn't look cute at all. Like I look so angry. But anyways, so I'm gonna wear this for another minute and I'm taking off this mask and I'm gonna kill you, Sonia. But anyways, that's the story. Oh man, I can't believe I got them mixed up, Catwoman and Batwoman. But anyways, good to see everyone. Clarky, I see you. DJ D Man as well. Quiet Storm, we got in the building. Miss Princess. Well, look at the wrinkles. Look at that. It looks horrible. That doesn't look cute at all.
You
Like,
know, Miss Friend on the mask. Jeez.
yeah, I know. And then D Man says Batman is not smiling while crime fighting. Yeah, Catwoman's bad. Have you seen some of those clips by Catwoman? I'm like, wow, she's doing a lot of stuff. Like,
A lot of stuff.
okay, I got that wrong, Boa Ninjas. Home Alone. It was Home Again. Same thing. Home Alone, Home Again.
Jeez,
I posted
101.
that link for you guys. Okay, I can't even see my questions here I have for you with this mask on. Let's see here.
All right.
I can't even see when I DJ too on my controller, like with
How
this.
long do you have to keep the mask on for? How long is that redemption?
I don't know. I think it's about done. So I'll take it off in one more minute and then I'm good. Um,
Sure, Sonia.
Yeah, exactly. So you also did like a back-to-back raid train too. How did you
Yes.
kind of start with that idea? I'm taking this mask off.
Yeah, no
I
worries. Yeah,
think I'm
thanks for
allergic
asking.
to
So
it
yeah,
because
when I
my
first came
eyes
on
my eyes keep getting puffy.
yeah, when I first came on Twitch, I couldn't really get on any raid trains to be honest with you. And obviously that's one of
Hmm.
the fun things to do, one of the easiest ways to grow your community at this particular time. I think times have changed a little bit where there's value in shows and building up your show and stuff like that. But at that particular time, um, I was like, oh, it would be great to get on a raid, and I couldn't get on one. So I sent a message out to the few DJs I knew at the time and said, does anyone want to get on this? I'm gonna go back to back on a rage train, and they said, what do you mean? I said, well, we'll be going back to back. So there's two of us going back to back. And shout out to my sis, DJ Lady Prestige. She was in the chat earlier. My
Yes,
little,
Lady
my
Prestige.
little bro Kai Mystery. They were the first two that reached out to me. And that was the first back to back raid train. So there was just the three of us, So I think Kai started, then I went, and then I raided Lady Prestige, and then I think I posted some clips, and yeah, shout out to Les was there from that day onwards, and before. Big love GGR Team DCD. I love you guys. We'll talk
Are
about
they
you.
sisters right here?
They
J
are
and G
sisters
here? Yeah,
too.
okay.
Yeah,
Thought they're
yeah.
related.
I'm so blessed in my team. They're not just like they're just amazing human beings,
Mhm.
yeah, I'll not get emotional at the end, you know what I'm saying?
No, I don't mind. You can, anyone can get emotional on my show.
No, we'll save the emotion for Mr. Drew when you have him on, because boy,
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make him cry. I'm gonna
he's
make Mr.
definitely
Drew
gonna be
cry.
crying,
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out the Barbara Walter questions on him. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
make sure he does. Just joking.
So yeah, so basically, so we did that. I posted a few clips, and then next week, loads of people were interested. In fairness,
Mhm.
like I don't think it was like people didn't want to get on. They might have known about it. They might not know me, But then the word started to get out, and then we just like said, "Oh, yeah, it's the back-to-back raid train," and then the kind of concept evolved. Like, what does it mean? So back-to-back is obviously going back to back. So one person goes, then the other one, and then we kind of like took it kind of deep with the concept where back-to-back, like standing back-to-back, like supporting each other, having each other's back,
Hmm.
um, and that's where the lethal weapon kind of, the symbolism of like the two guys standing back to back, kind of supporting each other comes from. And then, of course, Back to the Future with the logo. That's why the text is the way it is on back to back. So that's where it kind of came from. And it's been going for now for about 10 months.
Mhm.
Um, oh, yeah. So, D Man, hopefully that kind of explained it. Let me know if you need me to
Yeah,
elaborate.
that's
Um,
cool. I like that.
yeah,
That's a
yeah,
great
but
idea.
a bit
It's a
more.
great idea.
But yeah, so it's been going for 10 months, and yeah, big love Les as well, who is uh, a big influence and support in everything I do, including the back to back raid train.
That's
Um
awesome.
yeah, but so yeah, now it's been going 10 months, and honestly, like we've been very blessed. Like lots of people are interested or involved, even if I look at I gotta give a big shout out to DJ Ray Domingo, because first of all, DJ Ray Domingo was the first person to raid me, right? So to your point about earlier,
Mhm.
Prodigy, go away. Yeah, to your point earlier, have you been scared when you get a big raid? So the first raid I ever had was around 100 people from Ray Domingo, right?
Mhm.
This was in my kind of early days, and I was only really DJing like a house and garage music, and Ray, that's not his forte. If you know Ray Domingo, that's very low down, if not at the bottom of his genres that he'll play. But you know what? He has a great community. So they came in, they showed love, they hung out, and I had the best time. But like you said, I was super nervous. I
Mhm.
actually didn't know what was happening. Like, so because I'd never been raided, to get a raid at all, and then for it to be like 100 people from Ray Domingo, like the chat started going crazy,
Mhm.
and I didn't even know what was going on. I thought like the system was broken or something. I didn't know what was happening. So I got a big up Ray, and he's been supporting me and everything I've been doing ever since. So hopefully you're still there, lurking, Ray. So big love to
Yeah,
you.
big up
Particular.
to Ray Domingo doing big
Yeah,
things too. I think my
some of
first
these
big raid.
partners, they really do give back. They're not all like
Yeah,
Prodigy. I'll tell you that. Yes,
that's
some of
true.
them
That's
actually,
true.
You know, now I have to say though, shout out to Ray in particular, and that different DJ as well. He showed me a lot of love from day one. And I have to say, Prodigy is probably the only nice thing I'll say about him because I know he's going to head off soon.
Hmm.
Prodigy is actually a really nice person.
He's
He
giving you the
supports
eyes.
people, yeah. And you know what? I would say in terms of streaming, he's got a good body roll. How about that? Yes,
He does, he does. No,
that's
he
all
does
I'm willing to
support.
say
He
about
definitely
him.
supports others, which is really appreciated,
Yeah, and
on
also
a
I see
serious
Easy
note.
P in the chat. I want to give a big shout out to Easy P.
DJ Easy
He's
P, he's
supporting
like
me
the
from day
best
one.
MC. I love his energy. I need his
He's one of the
energy.
best DJs on Twitch. That's what
He
I'm very.
is. He does it so
I've got Easy
seamlessly
P,
too.
Ada Mingo, and that different DJ around me. Do you know what I mean? And then
Yeah,
people
there's
say
so many
say
great
I'm good. I'm
DJs.
like, man, these guys are next level. So,
How many
um,
how I think I might have missed it because I was trying to look for Home Alone or Home
yeah.
Again. How many, oh geez, now I just forgot my question. Ah, I hate when that happens. That only
Otherwise, I'll
happens
let you
1 or 2
catch your
times a
thought,
year.
and I'll just finish up on the back-to-back raid train. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
go ahead. Yeah.
I do want to shout out everyone, especially my UK fam. I see a lot of you in the chat that joined the raid. Mr. Drew, official DJ Marshall, Eddie Boom, C Warbs. Even though C Warbs, I'm still mad at you, bro. Your internet went down the other day. I know it's your internet, but I still have to blame you because it's your internet. But I do like to big up all of the UK fam. If I missed you, please jump up in the chat for the support that. But I do have to also shout out to the US DJs. A lot of the partners are showing us love now. Shout out to DJ Vader Mix. I know DJ LV,
Mhm.
who I met in person, and I basically just asked him to be. I said, "Listen, you don't know me, but I do this record back to back. I thought that was really dope. What I just saw. Are you willing to join?" He said, "I'm there. Let me know the day and the time." So I think sometimes some of the partners get a bad rep, but there's some really good ones and nice ones out there, and I'm lucky enough that I cross paths with them. So, and I think we got a couple of future partners in the chat. I see D Man, I see OE. You know,
I
that's
know that they probably get asked a lot too, right? So, I guess it's nothing personal because they do, like when you're that big or you have more viewers, right? It's not easy to make everyone show, and they probably get a million requests too from a lot of different people as well. So,
yeah.
yeah.
No, it's difficult because you want to you do want to show love to your those that have been there from day one,
Hmm.
your friends, the UK community. But at the end of the day, the raid train will not grow if we don't make it more of an international, raid train.
I
So,
agree. I agree. Yeah, I
and
feel
that's
like,
what,
yeah.
and we found late we didn't know what to do when we're getting to the end of the raid. So it's like, oh, let's send it to the US, and then it was like, well, we
Mhm,
might as well just make that part of what we do anyway. So thank you
mhm.
so much for everyone and all of you in the chat as well. I always see you supporting me. And the back to back, yeah. Diamond Lee, bigger and DJ Drake, always sharing love, always supporting as well. And that's a very busy man, right? He was on Sway's breakfast show a few days ago, so he's
Oh,
doing big
sweet.
things.
Wow,
Um,
that's
Ola
amazing.
from Chicago, welcome in.
Yeah, welcome in everyone. How long, I think I might have missed this earlier, but how long have you actually been DJing for? I think I missed it when I was trying to find that link. Like how
So I
many years
started
has it
DJing
actually
when I was younger. I didn't put a
Mhm.
timeline to it, but let's just say it was over 15 years ago.
Okay.
Um, yeah. But I was started DJing when I was 15 years old on a CD mixer.
Mhm.
And then when I was 16, I got Technics 1200s, the silver and Mark IIs turntables. And yeah, I primarily did like garage kind of music, but I had a little bit of dancehall, a little bit of hip hop and R&B, a little bit of drum and
Mhm.
bass jungle that was popular back then as well. So
Did
that's how
you
I kind of started.
did you do like many real-time gigs, like going out and doing different gigs out there
Yeah,
back
well,
in the day?
as I mentioned earlier, in that era, I'd be
Mhm.
doing between one and four, or sometimes even five a week. So for
Oh,
about
wow. It's a lot.
6 years,
Was there
and
one
then
that you remember that was, like, the most memorable? Like, the most, like, "Wow, this is amazing," or, you know, that like, was there ever a
I've got to
time?
say, I did a recent gig. So when Ray said, "When am I going to come back?" In the IRLs, so I did a recent one and shout out to there's a few of the Twitch fam that came down. Shout out to D Honeybee, Petrina, Lady Prestige. So I did a recent gig at it was an event called It's a London Thing by Scott Garcia down at Protocol in Vauxhall in South London.
Mhm.
And that was a really fun event just to get back in the game. it was quite a lineup. You know, a lot of the kind of from my previous era, the garage legends. You know, we had the Heartless crew there. We had um, Scott Garcia, of course, and then Genius crew, my cousin MC Fizzy. So there was a lot of well-known people from the scene. And to kind of make my return on a lineup with them, that was a big honor. So that happened very recently,
Oh,
February
that's
this year.
awesome. Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah,
It doesn't it
no
feel
pressure.
different? Does it also feel different when you're back? Like I felt like because I'm such a real-time person and more face to face, I thought it would be better doing a DJ gig in real time compared to Twitch. But I found my first real-time gig I did this year, I was actually missing Twitch. Like, how do you feel about that? Because you're not really
Yeah.
connected
Oh, shout out to
so
Gia
much.
Donna. She was definitely there as well. So thank you so much, Gia. Appreciate you. Um, like for me, so I've been offered lots of uh, not lots, a few. That sounded like a
Mm.
bit much, but I've been offered a handful of gigs in the in the pandemic time. And as I said, like at that point, even though I was made redundant at the start of the pandemic, I did find work. And I
Mhm.
knew, and that's one of the reasons I show so much support to the full-time professional DJs is I
Mhm.
knew they were a forgotten group in the pandemic. You know, they were struggling more than anyone else. And there was
For
no
sure.
kind of, at
Yeah.
least in the UK, there was no kind of government support. It was
Mhm.
like an afterthought. If there was a venue, people were worried about the owner or they were saying, the bar staff, and so we should. But there were structures in place to support most of those tiers, and the DJs are one of the groups that just got completely forgotten about. So
Mhm.
when I was offered IRLs, I rejected them because there's someone that needs that more than me. I would have wanted it, but wanting something versus needing something is not comparable. So I
Mm.
always refused them until this particular one when everything was kind of up and running. And this one was more about they specifically wanted me to join the event as opposed to just someone.
Mhm. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, no, that's really interesting also getting back here. Now, if you guys have any questions at all, definitely drop them in the chat room. I've been looking here at the comments while I've been listening as well. Wow, it's gone by so fast. It's already 7. Do you have a little bit more time? I want to respect your time, but do you have
Yeah,
a little bit more time or?
go 10 more minutes for any
Okay.
final
Yeah,
questions.
cool. So yeah, if you guys have any final questions, that'd be awesome to say, So if you had anything on your bucket list that you would want to do, like if you had all the money in the world, whatever you could do in terms of DJing or even partnering with someone, could be a musician, doesn't have to necessarily be another DJ, but if there is anything on your bucket list for DJing, what would that be?
You know what? So when I DJ'd, I had a handful of my close friends from Twitch there, like Lady Prestige, Jay, Patrina, etc. And but there was a lot of people that would have liked to be there that couldn't be there because this is a very late starting event. It started at 11. Also, on the day it was on, it's when my friends like Ray Domingo and that different DJ, etc. They had their events, and I know they wanted to come. So I guess one of the things I want to do ideally this year is DJ at an event with my DJ friends that I've met on Twitch. Some I've known before Twitch, like Flex or Elvin Cortez, etc.
Hmm.
Um, and so everyone has the opportunity to go. They may not come, they may not be able to come, but I want them to have the opportunity because the gig I did this year, it was late. It was kind of a like it's a late start, late finish type event, and that really limits you. So yeah, I would love to do something a bit more open with some of my friends as well.
Okay, cool, nice. Now, what about like just in general, I guess life bucket list? Is there anything that you would want to do?
Wow,
Um,
that's a big question.
I know it is a big question, but it's always curious. I'm always curious to see, what people's thoughts and feelings are, what they like to do. Like for example, Nerd Chris the other day said, I think she'd like to travel more or something, I believe, like, go to different places. So eat different
Yeah.
foods, that sort of thing.
Um, yeah, for me, I just want to continue on this journey, I'm on now. And that's a journey, of happiness, like
Mhm.
doing things that make me happy along the way, trying to um pass that on to others, and yeah, part of that food and travel can definitely be involved in
Mhm.
that mission. Um, And so if you want to be travel specific, I definitely want to get back to the Caribbean ASAP. I did go to Bermuda on the work, the holiday I
That's
want to work.
amazing.
But
Hmm.
Bermuda is not in the Caribbean, everyone. It can
Hmm.
feel like it is, but it's not in the Caribbean. So I can't wait to get back there. And oh
Hmm.
yeah, people are talking about a North American tour. Katie, yeah, she better get ready. Yeah, because this is something we're seriously looking into coming over. Um, Potentially somewhere between Toronto and the DMV area. So we'll keep everyone posted on that. It won't be a secret. Um, I do know there's some US DJs coming over to the UK. I'm not sure I'm meant to say this, but we like exclusives on this show. And DJ Chaotic is coming to London in September. So
Oh, nice.
look out for some DJ Chaotic and DCD shenanigans, shall
Mhm.
we say? And so yeah, OE, Prodigy Diamond Lee, anyone listening, maybe you
Yeah,
want
you
to
got to come to Canada. You got to come to Canada
September.
and the States as
Are you in
well, you know?
Toronto?
Yeah, Toronto, the T
If I
dot,
do
the
come, it'll be
six.
to Toronto. So I think Eddie Beaumont's coming there soon.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
maybe next month or something. So it'll be great to meet, some people as well. I don't know how long the flight would be. I imagine it'd be super long, but hey, now that we could travel, you got to definitely get on a flight and leave. So I hope to uh, go down to the UK as well for sure. So I'm just seeing
Definitely.
if there's any other questions here.
Yeah, I
Also,
can't reveal if Chaotic is staying with me or not. We can't talk about these things. This is top secret. I've already said too much, but as you know, that means just put it out there. I don't feel so bad. Oh yeah, Jules, be ready. DCD and
so
Chaotic on the town.
make sure everyone adds David C. Dennis. Mimi Berry, if you can put up his
Oh
link,
yeah,
it
I hope you're
hasn't been
following.
popping up on my stream in Stream Elements, but if someone could actually put up his link, that would be awesome too. And we'll definitely tag that. So, is there anything that, like most people on Twitch wouldn't know about something about you? Like, is there anything that you like to reveal that most people don't know about you? I know you mentioned your karate. I couldn't tell if you were joking or if you were serious when you
I
were
swear to
mentioning
God,
that.
I'm
You're
serious.
serious? Your black
Yeah,
belt?
like
I was
I'm,
like,
I
"Is
like,
he serious?" Oh,
I'm
shoot.
trying to keep it
Serious.
humble here, Honey Flo. But
Jeez.
this is my fifth
Alrighty
dan,
then.
my 5 stripes black belt. I've
Oh,
had this for
wow.
about 8 years now.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
so
So
it's
Prodigy better be careful. Might have to be careful a bit then.
I mean, in that context, he already knows. It's
Oh,
very
thank you, Mimi Berry. Appreciate it.
he's
Couldn't find it here. I was trying to scroll for it. Okay, so
thanks,
is there
Eddie.
something interesting that most people on Twitch don't know about you then?
No, I think that might be the main thing, that yeah,
Yeah, that was cool.
I I've competed in Taekwondo, national and international level. I'm a 10-time national medalist. I've been a 5th-dan black belt master for about 8 years. My first black belt when I was 13 years old. And yeah, I'm getting ready to go for my 6th dan this year. So we're gonna have to change what's in those shot glasses on the stream as we get closer to that moment.
Oh gosh. And what do you do when you're not on Twitch too, besides getting your black belt? And obviously being
Yeah,
in
I
shape. Is there
basically,
like do you
I've
go
always been
shopping for
comfortable.
leather vests and leather pants? Like what do you actually
So,
you do
apparently, yeah, I mean,
You
there
are
wasn't a
quite
big,
dapper. You are quite dapper. Like I
thank
noticed
you.
if you guys seen the photo of him, he was dressed up in a suit. I was like, oh, that's a nice suit there. So he must
And
go
by the way,
shopping.
that picture was only 2 weeks old at the point of sending. It's a very recent picture. So,
Oh, really? Okay,
yeah.
cool.
But yeah, so I work, I'm on Twitch,
Hmm.
or I'm working out or drinking. And I know a
Hmm.
lot of those things contradict each other, but that's what it is.
Oh gosh, have you had anything crazy like on Twitch happen to you, or anything embarrassing you could think of? Doesn't look like you get
Embarrassing.
embarrassed that often, though.
I mean, you know what? The thing is on Twitch, yeah, I feel like you're amongst friends, yeah.
Hmm.
So how can you really get embarrassed, right? Like, even if you're like, what's like, let's say worst case scenario, you're sick or like you pass out, right? I guess that's worst
Hmm.
case scenario.
That'd be
Now,
embarrassing.
I wouldn't be too happy about it, but I'd be like, you know what? I had a damn good time. Like that's what it would come down to.
That's true. Someone said you left your stream on. I can't remember. There was a
No, they're
comment above,
lying. I've not done that.
like something happened and your stream was left on or something. No?
No, that's not me.
Oh,
Like,
no.
I've been quite good at that. Like, in fact, I like I read out too quick. So the other day, a shout out to Mimi Berry and Mr. Drew. You tried to help me on this one, but I
Mhm.
couldn't help myself, right? So I was raiding I Am DJ Drake on Juneteenth. Shout out to I Am DJ Drake. So I'm raiding with 105 people. It's a decent raid to send. I was happy with it. And then as I'm raiding
Yeah.
out, DJ Mark Oxford come in with the raid of 103.
Oh
So
man.
for some reason, I don't know why, yeah, I like just closed everything really quickly. I think I was hungry. I can't remember what it
Oh
was.
no, you closed
And
up. Closed it
and
up.
then as I did it, Mimi messaged me and whispered me, and then Drew did the same, and I just didn't. And I closed everything so quick, there was no way of saving it. So
Oh
thanks
shoot,
for
that's
trying, guys.
brutal.
I do appreciate it. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, Mark Oxford, he's such a great guy. Well, Mimi
Really nice
must be
guy.
driving between all of us, Prodigy, you, me, Inch seems really normal. Eddie seems very normal. All the people she mods for, she must be going crazy. She says she needs therapy from me. Does she need therapy for you? Like modding for you?
Who are we talking about? Mimi.
Mimi Berry, she definitely needs therapy like from me. Does she need it from you too? I'm just
Well,
curious.
first of all, because I do not want to leave without giving a special shout out to my team. So shout out to Queen Mod Les 520, Giordana, of course, Mimi Berry, the internationally famous. Olga Iris, Joe Lex, and Carla Volafam have just joined Team DCD. We also have Patrina and Dimps that help us out, Nikhil as well. So, that's pretty much the whole squad. If I've forgotten anyone, come and cuss me in the chat right now. But yeah, I want to show them some special love because they show me so much love, time, and attention. They look after me, they look after the stream, and I truly appreciate that. So I always
Mhm.
try my best to like articulate that or show that love back, but I never feel I do a good enough job. So I just want to say thank you all so much. I really love and appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure. Aw, and yeah, Mark Oxford, DJ Mr. Drew says is one of my Twitch heroes. He's such a nice guy. He was the first raid. I think I panicked too when he came in. I was so shocked. I was like, like when I just started like doing raids, and then he raided me out with like tons of people too, and I'm like, ah, what do I do? What do I? He was my first big raid, so I'll always remember Mark Oxford, and he's such a humble guy. Very encouraging, so that's cool. And I just want to thank Odell and Franlier. Is it Franlier Tim? Am I saying that
Forever.
right? I always
Yeah.
get it wrong. Franlier. And, Sonia, of course, for the subscription for 2 months, Franlier, appreciate that. Odell and also Sonia for those bits earlier. That was about 15 minutes ago. So we are going to wrap up now because I know he's, this your first talk show you've been on as well?
It's the first one-on-one interview I've done. I've
Wow, I feel
been in
so
a
special.
group. In fact, you were there. The only other time I joined, it was NY Boss Lady. We were together with I'm Old School,
Oh, okay. Yes.
but
Yeah, I
and
remember that.
he had more drinks than me. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it was great. Thank you so much for coming on my show. It was really super dope. Everyone, guys, add in the room, please. Make sure you add David C. Dennis, amazing streamer, person, DJ. Has a lot of fun. You'll catch him in a leather vest, I'm sure, pretty soon.
I'm going shopping.
Maybe he'll be like Ross on Friends, where he wears leather pants and he gets
I'm
stuck
a
in
lot
them.
better looking than
That
that
would be
guy.
hilarious. That's what you should do. You should buy a leather vest and really tight fitted leather pants and try to stream in them for your channel points. Like,
Well,
that would be
did you see
hilarious.
when Ross was trying to get them off? That was a nightmare.
Well, that's what's so funny. If you guys ever watch, the episode with Ross in the Friends, I don't know if you guys had Friends out there, I'm sure you did
Yeah, yeah, no,
back in the
we
day,
love
and he got stuck in his leather pants. Yeah, you should definitely do a channel point for that. D-Man's like, "Please don't do that."
it.
Oh, you guys
Alright,
should all
yeah.
do that. You guys should do like a boy group like Jodeci. Like you got Prodigy, you got yourself, maybe we could get D-Man in there, and then you got DJ Mr. Drew UK. There you go. You got four guys. So
Yeah, it's definitely developing. And a shout out to the chat before Miss Princess, Lady Prestige, Bex B, sis, Steph is Steph, Sea Warbs, Mans is on it, DJ D Man, Mr. Drew, official DJ Marshall, DJs United, Easy P, Clarky, Big Love, Katie, Juliet, Day One, Sonia, Jules, Sorry, I'm going through a lot of names here, but yeah, I just
No,
wanted to
that's
make sure.
okay.
Show
I
some,
should give you. I
Mans
should.
is on it. Big love. Thank you, Jay. Yeah, and if I missed anyone, pop up and say hello before
Yeah,
the
there's so many people. Thank you guys. Now I'm gonna leave the raid up to you because I always
Yeah.
try to with my guest. I'm just looking right now. Can you see who's on? If you want to raid into anyone, we could definitely raid into them
Yeah, if you
too.
don't mind, I would like to raid my brother DJ Diamond Lee.
Oh,
Um,
awesome. Good
yeah, he
choice.
always supports us and shows us a lot of
Yeah, he
love.
does.
You know, and I feel like he deserves to get a lot more support as well. So
Exactly.
hopefully
He's such a great
we'll
guy.
go in and
Yeah.
shower him with some love, some hearts, some flames, and host up and just, you know, make him feel good. He deserves it. You know, he's someone that he's a giving person with a big heart,
He is
and
definitely a giving person for
yeah,
sure.
I would
Yeah.
really
A
appreciate it if
very
we.
genuine person, and ask him to do patois for you. When you get in the stream,
Yeah, he'll do some
ask
wild
him.
stuff.
Trust me, ask him to do it. It'll be funny. It'll make you guys smile, make you guys laugh. So thank you everyone from the UK that is with us tonight because I know it's super late for you guys. What is it, like almost 1 o'clock or
Yeah, it's like
12?
nearly 12:15 now.
Oh shoot.
In
Yeah,
Europe,
okay.
Sonia, it's 1:15. Sonia, thanks so much for being here so late, and everyone, thank you. I really appreciate your time. Again, thank you so much.
Yes. Now, Mimi Berry, I'm wondering, sorry, not to put you to work, but I kind of am right now. Sorry. Are you able to, I don't know if Clarky can do it, but are you able to set up the raid for DJ Diamond Lee? We would appreciate that if you can. That would be awesome. So just let us know. Is he, and he's on right now, right?
Hold on, let me
Just
make sure.
checking.
I'm pretty sure he's
Yeah,
on, but let
maybe
me make
we should make
sure.
sure that he's on though right now,
Yeah,
guys.
he's on. He's on
Oh, is
now.
he? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find him. I can't find him here. Okay. So yeah, thank you guys for coming through to the Honey Flow show. Be on the lookout. Make sure you guys add, of course, David C. Dennis. He does a lot of fun streams as well. And one of these days, we're going to catch him in the Jodeci Black Vest. I'm determined. Look out for his battles with Prodigy. It's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you
Yeah.
add him here, add him on Instagram.
A lot.
Yeah, feel free to follow me as well. And also check out my Instagram. I'm going to have a lot of real time gigs this month that I mentioned earlier, really excited about. So hopefully I'll be able to stream those and you guys can kind of see what we do in real time a little bit more. So hope to see you guys as well. And thank you guys so much for a fun interview. We're going to see if that raid is set up. I'm not sure. I'll probably give a minute
Yeah.
for them to set it up.
Yeah, and Honey Flow, thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate your time and for you inviting me on. And I see the raid going out now. So yeah, Easy P, thank you, brother. Shout out to my DJs United fam. Mans is on the big love. Sonia, Clarky, both Clarkies, Jay, Katie, Team DCD, Les, Gigi, Mimi Berry, Olga, Jolex,
Yeah,
Carla.
everyone. Yeah, Ray Domingo, Clarky, we got
Come on, please
Sonia,
jump on the raid if you can, even just to come to say hello, show Diamond Lee some love. We really appreciate that.
DJ Lady,
Um,
Prestige. Yeah, official
yeah,
DJ
make sure you
Marshall.
continue. Thank you, Juliet. Twink about her, thank you.
Yeah, let's
Eddie,
show him some
big
love,
up,
you guys, for sure. He's such a great guy. Like
big up
DJ
to you.
Diamond Lee's an awesome guy and deserves all the love. He gives so much love to others. So let's show him the love, but make sure you guys throw up some Jamaican symbols for him and tell him to do
Yeah.
his accent. I
Even
want
if
you
like
guys to hear his.
you can just get a flag from your phone. It's there for free.
You can even
Thanks,
do that
man.
when you're
Thanks, Alex.
raiding. That would
Juliet,
be
Louise,
fun if they did that with the raid.
Marshall, my brother. Sandra, thanks for being here. And Franlaw, thanks for your comments earlier.
Yeah, thank you,
Big
Mimi
up, Mimi,
Berry.
very
Thank you,
appreciate
Clarky, for coming through. I know there's two Clarkies in this room right now.
you.
Yeah,
God, popular name today.
so the raid is almost going through, and we'll definitely see you guys in these Twitch streets. I'll see you guys on the other side of the chat room, anyways. And again, thank you so much for joining the show. It was truly awesome and fun. Okay, it looks like I think it has. Oh, and I don't even think he knows
Yeah.
yet. Yeah, awesome. So thank you again for coming through, and I'm gonna have you on again. We're gonna
Yeah,
be
that was great.
we're gonna have some shenanigans for sure. So,
Yeah. I
all
look
right.
forward to it.
Yeah. So have a great night, and we'll definitely
Thank you.
talk soon.
Definitely.
Okay.
Thank you.
Take
Take
care.
care.
Okay. Bye. Bye.
Bye.